And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to Underwood here right now on the KMA Extreme online, KMALA.com. We'll be joining the radio side of things here in just a little bit on KMA 960. Trevor Manor, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. We have got what should be a fun Western Iowa Conference doubleheader. We're going to kick things off tonight with a state-rated girls battle, Brian Bertini.
Yeah, number 4 in the latest girls union poll came out yesterday. Number 4, Class 2A Treynor, 11-0, perfect on the season, Trevor. Whether 2022-23, they haven't lost yet. Going up against a very familiar foe besides the conference. These terms have faced off postseason last few years. The number 9 Class 2A Underwood Eagles and Coach Andy Van Fossen squad come in 7-2. So what a marquee matchup here to start out the first week of January 2023, Trev.
Yeah, Treynor, they started the year, we did their game. It was a close win over Harlan. They had a close win over Duchesne Academy as well as part of the MAC shootout. But other than that, they have been pretty dominant this season.
Yeah, they come off a win Tuesday night. They were 2-19 at one time on three-point goals, thanks to Mr. Jan Harris. Underwood was supposed to play IKM Manning Tuesday. Weather kind of got in the way, so they haven't played for quite a while. So they're probably itching to get back on the floor. So we'll see if that first game jitters kind of kicks in. But all I know tonight is we got a marquee matchup tonight here in Underwood.
And these are two teams as well, Brian Bertini. They very much hang their hats on defense.
They do. I mean, Treynor's going to go. They're going to scramble. They're going to mix things up. They're going to really get out in the passing lanes. Underwood's got the height size. They got Elizabeth Jacobson in the middle to be the big rim protector. They've got a lot of veteran squads. And remember, this is the Underwood team that kind of got that monkey off their back, Trev, beating Treynor in the regional final last year to get to the state tournament. So they'd love to kind of keep that kind of little ascendancy in terms of being on top of the conference and on top of that postseason, because as we know, Trevor, this is the time the girls union watches closely, and how you position yourself can determine whether you're hosting games come late January, early February.
And these are two teams, they're going to play each other again later this year, and then as you mentioned, you never know how that postseason might shake out. There's a very good chance those two teams could see each other again. Anthem is coming up, so we'll step aside. It's Treynor Underwood on the way here on the KMA Extreme. It is almost go time here in Underwood tonight. Trevor Manor, Brian Bertini with you. Girls basketball action. I mentioned two teams in the top 10 of Class 2A. Brian Bertini, what are you looking for here tonight?
Well, you mentioned it already, Trev. Defense is going to be the calling card for both squads. I think Coach Joe Chapman, we were chatting with him before, he knows that his team is capable of shooting a lot better. They're going to have to, I think, tonight to be successful. Key is for, I think, Underwood. They don't want to find themselves in a hole and kind of chasing, because the trainer can dictate tempo, even with the shot clock, Trevor, and mix up their defense. That's going to be huge. I always like to watch the officials, how they're going to call the game, because Underwood, I think, is going with Jacobson, they're going to try to pound the ball inside, I would hope, and see if they can take advantage of some mismatches.
Underwood 7-2 on the year under Coach Andy Van Fossen. Treynor 11-0 under Joe Chapman. We will get the lineups for you as we go. The tip is underway. Loose ball. Clara Tegelin trying to track it down. And they'll say it is last touch by Tegelin to out of bounds. They'll go to Underwood. Underwood wearing the whites tonight. They're going to roll with Leah Humphrey, Leah Hall, Tyler Hall, Delaney Ambrose, and Elizabeth Jacobson. Treynor, I've never seen them in these jerseys. They've got the road blacks with the red numbers. They've got Nora Cones, Alexa Schwartz, Casey Lang, Clara Tegelin, and Josie Lewis. running their offense. Underwood trying to bring it up against Treynor's pressure, and it's stolen away. Cones lays it up and in. And Nora Cones with the quick steal in the bucket of the Cardinals. They're on the board first. That's something they do so well, Brian. It's turn turnovers into points.
And they read passing out. Clara Teaglin is so good at just anticipating. That was a nice back. Good man-to-man press to start for the Cardinals. They love to get off start, make that first basket.
So Treynor strikes first. Now Underwood in the paint. Jacobson draws two defenders. Ambrose wanted to swing it out, but Clara Teaglin gets a steal. She'll throw it out front, and laying it up and in is Alexa Schwartz, and it's a quick 4-0 start for the Cardinals. Again, turning turnovers into points.
Yep, and the live ball turnovers, that's the key right there, Trev. You can take advantage of mismatches and get run-out points.
7 minutes left here in the first half. Here's Ambrose, shot up, no good. Rebound by Casey Lang on the miss.
She's been a quiet, steady influence for Coach Chapman, especially defensively inside the perimeter, or post.
Here's Schwartz. Now out top with it, Josie Lewis. Driving in, gets picked up defensively. Bounce pass to Teaglin. Teaglin trying to drive in on Hall. Two very good soccer players. Now she'll go to Lewis. Around the perimeter they go. Schwartz, step on her defender, drove in, kick back out. Lewis down to 10 on the shot clock. Lewis drives in. It was poked away by Leah Hall. It'll say out of bounds, stays with Treynor.
That's the influence right there. Elizabeth Jacobson, 6'2", 6'3". She's a great rim protector. Lewis really had no angle to get a shot off. And then Coach Chapman saying there's 2 seconds went off the shot clock. We hadn't inbounded.
This is kind of a new dynamic of the game with the shot clock. Yeah, they're going to have 4 seconds to get the inbound and get a shot off. Obviously, in years past, that's something you never had to scheme for. So now the official will come over.
Get it reset. It was 4 right when the ball went out of bounds. It is. And everybody's adjusting. You got personnel at the bench that's got a lot of things to think about. Good catch right there by the officials. They'll get it all set. It looks like they're going to have to manually count it down, Trev.
Yeah. So they had to reset it to 35, and now they'll just have to manually tick it down. We're only 83 seconds into this game. It is a 4-zip Treynor lead. Something, again, you don't see much of.
Now almost kind of an impromptu timeout right here, isn't it?
So both coaches will bring their team over. You're only going to have about a good 10, 15 seconds to.
But it's 15 seconds for, especially for Treynor spot. Hey, you got 4 seconds. That's a couple dribbles, maybe a pass or two, Trev, but you're going to have to get a shot. You thinking Clara Teaglin here?
Maybe Lang. I mean, you got to probably just not quite catch and shoot, but you don't have a lot of time here. So inbound at Teaglin goes to Lang. Step back tray from her, no good. Rebound, though, Cones. Putback is no good. Loose ball on the floor, tipped around, still on the floor to Annie Ambrose, able to track it down for Underwood. And the Eagles will bring it across.
Couple good looks for the Cardinals, Trev, even on that missed shot. They've been really aggressive here early in this first quarter.
Humphrey to Hall with it out top. Being guarded fiercely by Schwartz. Hall traveled.
The Euro step, but it's not Europe, is it?
No, it is not.
I think if she would have went up, she took that one extra step before she tried to release that ball. Had the right idea, just timing a little bit off. Again, Underwood hasn't played for quite a while, Trev.
No, the first game back since Christmas break, and that was something when I talked to Coach Andy Van Fossen before the game. Maybe a little bit of a concern of rust. Is Lang shot, Lang shot, no good.
Well, she got swatted, Jacobson. Jacobson, nice job going vertical on that.
Here's Humphrey with it left side to Hall out top. Now they'll go Ambrose. Far corner, Leah Hall. In the lane, Humphrey puts a shot up. It's long. Jacobson was fighting for the rebound. It's on the floor. Nora Cones comes up with it. And here come the Cardinals. Up 4-zip. 5:20 left here in the first quarter. Alexa Schwartz with it out top, being guarded by Leah Humphrey. She'll go right side, Josie Lewis. Lewis drive in, got around her defender, and draws the foul as Elizabeth Jacobson came over to help. And that is going to be free throws coming up for Treynor. Josie Lewis doing so.
She's deceptively, you've seen her a couple times this year. She's deceptively quick. She's got a really good first step, and boy, she's not afraid to go in there and make some contact and attack the rim.
First foul of the game, and it's on Elizabeth Jacobson. Lewis misses the front end of the free throws. Josie Lewis, a junior. I feel like she's been there a lot longer than that, but a 57.1% free throw shooter. On the bad side of the average on that one. We'll see if the second one is any better, and it is not. In and out, no good. Rebound, Tyler Hall. An empty trip of the charity stripe for Treynor. Hall brings it up. Will hand off Humphrey. Gets a screen from Hall as she'll go right to left. Now left side Hall. Step on her defender. Drove in. Got picked up by Teglin. Will kick out Humphrey. Around the perimeter they go. Tyler Hall with it out top. Crossed over. Schwartz. Hall drives in. Contested shot is good. And Underwood gets on the board. Courtesy of Tyler Hall.
Nice little crossover by Hull, as you mentioned. There's a turnover. Kind of a rare one by Teglin right there.
And Treynor turns it over the other way. And Underwood, chance to tie this game up. 4:48 left here in the first quarter. These two teams, they played last year. Points were hard to come by. Very defensive-minded teams. So possessions at a premium here tonight.
Now the shot clock, even though there is a shot clock, it's going to be, they're going to run this down full possessions as much as possible just because of the defense.
Here's Hall on a three on a nice swing pass by Humphrey. It wasn't there, but the rebound and putback by Elizabeth Jacobson is. And the last four have gone to Underwood, and we're tied at 4. 4:25 left in the first.
That's just 6-3 being 6-3 right there, Trev.
Lewis thought about driving in. Now we'll pass to Cones, to Lang along the corner. Teglin thought about the three, gets a screen. Now she'll pop the three. It's long. Rebound, though, into the hands of Josie Lewis, and she's fouled going up on the putback. When I talked to Coach Van Fossen before the game, I said, how do you stop Clara Teglin? And then I paused myself, and I said, maybe you don't stop her. How do you contain her? And one thing he did say was, make her shoot from the outside. She's a really good basketball player, but where she's the most dangerous is when she can drive.
Well, and she's so adept at just changing hands and using her left or right hand around the rim. And she's, she loves to get to the rim and get those and ones opportunities. That time right there, you're going to play zone a little bit. One of the problems is you don't have the body to box out. Josie Lewis snuck in there, pick up that offensive rebound.
Lewis hit the first, doesn't get the second. That foul, by the way, was on Aaliyah Humphrey. Tyler Hall gets the rebound for Underwood. 4:05 left in the first. 5-4 Treynor on top. Hall with it out top, being guarded by Schwartz. Driving in, will go to Ambrose on the right corner. Back out top, Leah Hall. They'll go around the perimeter. Humphrey, step on her defender, drives in. Contested shot is long. And Alexa Schwartz comes in to get the rebound. Treynor brings it up and across. Schwartz thought about popping a three at the top of the key. Instead, she'll work in on Hall. Kick out right side Cones. It was out of her hands.
Well, Nora Cones took off before she caught that ball completely. She had the right idea, but forgot to catch the ball first. Treynor using a really good aggressive man-to-man, switching a lot on the perimeter, really trying to take advantage of their athletic ability, Trev. They can match up in many different ways, so they're not locked into playing one defender.
Kinsley Ferguson will bring it up for Underwood now. She comes in for Tyler Hall. 3:30 left here in the first quarter. Ferguson almost had it poked away. Loose ball on the floor. Lewis was fighting for it, creates the jump ball, and it's an arrow to Treynor.
Again, just the scrappy hands, get in there. There's a lot of hands right there. Clara Teglin's hands in there. Josie Lewis got it tied up, and Underwood's having trouble to kind of navigate right now against this really good aggressive man-to-man defense of the Treynor Cardinals.
Teglin will bring it across for the Cardinals. Left side with it, Cones. Now top of the key, Josie Lewis. Right-hand touch. Here's Claire Schrage into the game. Wants to drive in. We'll swing it back out. Teglin. Long two from her is off the front of the iron and in. And Clara Teglin's got her first points of the night. 7-4 Treynor.
The forgotten shot in basketball, that mid-range 14, 15-foot shot. There's a turnover.
And Treynor speeds Underwood up a little bit. Humphrey throws one too tall for Kinsley Ferguson, and it is a Underwood turnover.
Well, game of runs here early. 4-0 run by the Cardinals.
Underwood countered with 4. That might not seem like a lot, but again, with the way these two teams play defense and are methodical, that might be a lot. Here's Lewis. Nice shot fake. Drives in. Kick out left side three. Cones. Bang!
Oh, there's that inside penetration kick out to the shooter. Nice execution by the Cardinals.
Nora Cones from downtown, and it's 10-4. Ferguson trapped near half court. Ball on the floor. Jump ball. This one will stay with Underwood.
Well, that's the no man's land right there, Trev.
Right.
You get across half court, you got that extra defenders, the half court line and the sideline. That's the perfect storm area you'd like to get trapped.
Haley Stengel comes in for Underwood. Delaney Ambrose will get a quick rest. 2:40 left in the first quarter. 10-4. Treynor on top. Humphrey on the left side being guarded by Cones. Tried to swing it in. It's deflected. Stolen away by Cones. Cones with the run out. Humphrey in pursuit. Doesn't matter. Cones lays it up and in. She's got 7. And it's a 12-4 Treynor lead.
Trevor, impressed with that. She used her body to shield off Aaliyah Humphrey, who was going to look like he could get the steal, and Cones got the steal and the finish.
Treynor brings pressure. Underwood breaks it. Now here's Stengel with the bunny. It is no good. Too long. Jacobson fouled as she grabs the board. They will call it on the floor.
That might be on Teglin. Is that her first?
It's the first for Treynor as a team, and it is on Clara Teglin.
Good cross-court pass. Again, throwing it up there where only Jacobson could get a hold of it.
So Humphrey will inbound it for Underwood. Down 8 here early on. They'll go in the lane. Jacobson draws 2 defenders. He'll kick out Hall. Now here's Ferguson. Left side 3. They need it. They got it from Kinsley Ferguson.
Just about to say, Trev, they're going to need some outside production if they're going to free up some opportunities for Elizabeth Jacobson to get some touches in the post.
12-7 Treynor leading. Now here's Lewis. Thought she might step back for a moment. Instead, she picks up her dribble, gives it to Schwartz. Schwartz drives in. Little 8-foot shot goes off the glass for Alexa Schwartz. And it's 14-7 Treynor.
Well, nobody could come over and help because you had to be careful if she didn't dump it down to Claire Taglin. So good job by Schwartz.
Now trapped at half court is Ferguson. And how about that? Coach Andy Van Fossen called the timeout right before Ferguson shoved off with the armbar. The far side official that had the best view of that was going to call the offensive foul, but they're saying he got the timeout first. We'll take a quick 30 with them here on the KMX stream. Welcome back to Underwood here on the KMA Stream Online, KMAland.com. We'll be joining here on KMA 960 very soon. Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. Western Iowa Conference girls basketball action. 1:36 left here in the first quarter. Treynor leading Underwood 14-7. It's Underwood basketball coming out of this timeout. They bring it out of the backcourt with Kinsley Ferguson. Now Leah Humphrey with it out near the Eagle logo. Working defensively on Claire Schrage. Nice backside help defense by Alexa Schwartz. Creates a steal. Schwartz makes the pass to Taglin, who lays it up in and one.
Two things about that. A great steal. Schwartz, a great underhand, one-hand scoop. Taglin with the finish. That was about everything you drew right there. Coach Chapman had to love all parts of that. A lot of run-out points right now for the Treynor Cardinals.
Again, another situation where Treynor able to turn defense into offense. That foul puts Taglin to the line for a and one. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound by Delaney Ambrose, who's back into the game for Underwood. Stangl with it now for the Eagles. Gives it to Ferguson. Ferguson traveled. She had 2 defenders all over. And again, Treynor's defense giving Underwood some problems.
Well, the difference is that when we saw them Tuesday night, they were doing the same defensively. They struggled offensively. That's not the case tonight. Getting a lot more run-out points and being very successful the offensive end of the Cardinals.
Treynor brings it up with Taglin. She's going to play at Air Force in the future. Under a minute left here in the quarter. Here's a 3. Taglin no good. It was long. Rebound tipped around. Schwartz comes up with it for Treynor. And they'll get a reset. They go Schwartz. Top of the key. 3. No good. Long rebound. This time it's Taglin's turn to get the board. In the lane. Schwartz up and in.
Again, you're playing zone. It's hard to find something to match up. Long shots, Trevor, long rebounds. Cardinals took advantage of that.
18-7 advantage Treynor early on. 30 seconds left here in the quarter. Allie Fletcher with it out top. Almost stolen by Taglin. They'll call the foul. That's her second.
Yeah, that looked like a lot of ball, and you can see Coach Chapman pointing and said, hey, that's one we don't need right now. He'll probably have to take her out, which he will here for the remaining.
And we're live here in Underwood tonight on KMA 960. Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. We've been broadcasting on Underwood's video stream up to this point. It's 18-7. Treynor leading Underwood in the state-rated girls basketball contest. 2A number 4 Cardinals looking impressive against the 2A number 9 Eagles right now. Here's Kinsley Ferguson with the right side 3 for Underwood. It is no good. Rebound is on the floor. Elizabeth Jacobson got it, then had it blocked. Alexa Schwartz comes up with it for Treynor. Under 20 seconds left here in the quarter. Pass in the lane is deflected. And they'll say out of bounds.
No, it'll be a foul, I think.
A foul, okay. If you're just tuning in, it was a 4-4 game early on, and then Treynor's got on a 14-3 spurt.
Well, you hate to say it's early, but, boy, you don't want to see Underwood fall too far behind. That mountain gets tough, as tough and as stringent as the Treynor Cardinals defense is.
Here's a free throw from Nora Cones that is good. Make it 19-7 now. Treynor will make Underwood will make another substitution. Leah Hall comes in. Allie Fletcher comes out. 9 seconds left here in the quarter. Here's Cones from the free throw line. Buries them both. Nora Cones with 9 in this first quarter. 9 seconds left in the quarter. Jacobson bringing it across with 5. Down to 3. She's going to give it to Humphrey. Humphrey won't get a shot off. Wanted to pass it. And an impressive close to the quarter for Treynor. They're up 20-7 here on KMA 960 Shenandoah.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Welcome back to Underwood here on KMA 960 and online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you. We start the second quarter of this state-rated Western Iowa Conference girls battle. It is 2A number 4 Treynor all over 2A number 9 Underwood right now. 20-7 as we go to the second, Brian.
Well, they've done it with defense. A lot of run-out points, but they've just been smothering, really making it hard for Underwood to even get some good shots. And then they're able to convert. Underwood's got to just kind of settle down here, Trev, and a little bit of maybe their first game back after the break.
The big thing right now has been Underwood hasn't been able to box out. Treynor's been able to turn offensive rebounds into points, then get steals as well. Casey Lang gives to Schwartz. Nice cut, blocked by Elizabeth Jacobson, though, and she just plucks it away and then draws the foul in the process.
No, I think there's going to be a foul on Coons, I think, right there.
Yep, yeah, that's Jacobson had it and then gets fouled by Cones. Actually, it's going to be on Schwartz, I believe. It will be on Alexa Schwartz, her first, third team foul for Treynor. Underwood will try to bring it across. Clara Teglin got a deflection on the inbound, put a shot up and gets fouled. And Clara Teglin, who has just been all over the place for Treynor, actually has been all year.
Yeah, at times it feels like there's 3 number 20s for Treynor on the floor at times. She's just one thing I've watched her over the years, Trevor, and you have too, her anticipatory skills are so good. She just anticipates and maybe comes from the soccer background. She's got that closing speed to get up and go get the ball once she sees what's happening.
59% free throw shooter knocks the first one down. That foul, by the way, on Leah Hall. It's a 15 foul for Underwood. Teglin doesn't get the second one to go. Elizabeth Jacobson gets the board for Underwood, down 21-7. The Cardinals in control. Eagles trying to get something going here, but they won't get it there because there's a steal by Teglin and a run out for her. Clara Teglin just lays it up and in. She's got 7, and it is a 23-7 Underwood lead. And then we've got a whistle and a turnover the other way. 23-7 Treynor lead.
I don't know if that was touched, was it? If it wasn't touched, it should be underneath the basket, but maybe it was deflected.
It's Treynor basketball near half court.
Well, they closed on a nice little finish to end the first quarter, and they just picked up where they left off, Trev.
Here's Teglin, got a high screen. She'll kick to Cones, though. Cones going left to right, working on Humphrey. Went to Schwartz, who was on a cut, but it's deflected into the hands of Delaney Ambrose. And Underwood trying to stop the bleeding here, races it across to Leah Humphrey to Tyler Hall. She wanted to shoot, was a little too hesitant, and then moved the feet for a travel.
They're just good closeout by Schwartz right there. Just got enough. You mentioned made her change direction and have to alter that shot. So I think 3 possessions for the Underwood Eagles, all 3 turnovers.
Kinsley Ferguson comes in for Underwood. Here's Teglin will kick to Cones. Cones has a shoe on the floor right now. I think it was Ferguson that lost it. They'll go in the lane. Teglin long to Casey Lang. It was long. Long rebound. It's hauled down to the corner by Lewis. Had to throw it away. Schwartz got to it for a moment, but it's out of bounds. It'll go to Underwood.
Again, Lewis really doing a great job on the offensive glass, keeping balls alive. And Underwood, as you mentioned, Trev, having a hard time boxing out this really active Treynor Cardinal team.
Ferguson gets the inbound. He got a little pressure on the inbound from Schwartz. Gets it across half court. Schwartz still all over her defensively. Gets a high screen from Ambrose. Jumper, free throw line, no good from Ferguson. Jacobson rebound. Had it poked away from behind by Teglin. That's going to be the third on Clara, I think, as she was just a little too aggressive.
Well, that loose ball, she's just salivating, Trevor. She saw it on the ground. And that's going to prompt Coach Joe Chapman to have to make a chance right now, because you've got to have her in that third and fourth quarter and continue to be somewhat aggressive.
We saw this earlier this year, too, against Harlan. She picked up, I think it was 3 fouls in the first quarter,
yes, she
played
did.
most of the second half with 4. Underwood inbounds it to Ambrose. She can't get the shot to go. Rebound by Alexa Schwartz.
So if you're Underwood right now, tiggling out probably for the rest of this first half, you're going to have to make your move now.
Here's Schwartz with it, top of the key. We'll go to Lewis. Lewis thought about driving in. Now she'll go to Schwartz right wing. In the lane, Lang backing up on Jacobson, backed up too much, and it's a travel.
That was just kind of an awkward angle and pass, but Jacobson,
I think she kind of caught it at an awkward time,
yeah,
too.
she did. And having known that Jacobson was behind her and she wasn't going to be able to just turn and shoot.
Underwood will make some substitutions. Still 6:09 left here in this first half. Haley Stengel will get the honors of bringing it up across against Treynor's pressure, and she dribbled it down the line out of bounds. Another turnover.
Well, they definitely have more turnovers than points, don't they?
Yeah.
I bet they're into double digits right now, turnovers of the Eagles, and that's got to be a little disconcerting to Coach Andy Van Vossen.
I've got Treynor with 7 steals. And that's just steals. And right now Underwood's got 7 points. Here's Schrage with it on the right side. Gives it to Schwartz, top of the key. Thinks about driving in. Gets a high screen from Lewis. Long two. Alexa Schwartz, no good. Nice box out by Elizabeth Jacobson for the rebound for Underwood. Underwood's offense has been stagnant as of late. Kinsley Ferguson with it out top. 2 defenders collapsing on her, and it's almost stolen by Lewis. The thing, Brian, is when you've got 2 defenders on you, it's math. That's going to tell you somebody's open. You're going to be able to find where.
The difference is Underwood's having difficulty getting separation and attacking. They're not maybe as adept as some teams of taking people one-on-one and attacking the rim. So Treynor knows that, and they're going to really lay off. Like you said, they're going to double everything as the girl penetrates in.
Schwartz almost had a steal. Instead, she creates a jump ball. Arrow will stay with Underwood. 5:27 left here in the first half. 23-7, Treynor leading. Looks like Treynor will get Allie Hauser into the game for her first minutes of the night. Underwood on the inbound will go to Ferguson. Ferguson to Humphrey in the lane. Jacobson turnaround shot is good. They got to get her going. She's got 4 on the night now. It's 23-9.
And without Tiggling in there to double down and be that other girl that can kind of collapse, that's the angle. So that was a good execution by the Eagles right there.
Cones, runner. Everything was great except the shots. It didn't go in. It was a nice look. Rebound by Kinsley Ferguson, and up the floor comes Underwood. Almost stolen away by Cones. They'll say it was kicked, though, and it'll stay with the Eagles.
Again, right now, it's early. I know it's 5 minutes here in the first half left, but you feel like Underwood's got to get some traction here, Trev, and cut into this deficit.
Yeah, 5 minutes on the nose left here in the half. Here's Humphrey left side in the lane. Stengel draws 2 defenders. Had the right idea, trying to kick it out to Ferguson. Might have been deflected. Claire Schrage gets the steal. Schwartz thought about driving in. Now she'll go to Lewis. Lewis, after a high screen, kicks out right side Cones. Cones had 9 first quarter points. Nothing so far in this quarter. Hauser now drives in, pulls it back out. Here's Schrage, thought about kicking it. Now she'll go right side. Cones in the lane. Lewis works around her defender. They're moving the ball well. Here's a 3. Hauser, no good. Rebound Humphrey. Again, they did everything right except get the shot to go. And now Aaliyah Humphrey thought about working it on Nora Cones. She'll kick out Stengel. Left side 3 for her. They need it. It's long of everything. And it's a rebound for Alexa Schwartz.
Again, Treynor will gladly play basket for basket here with a 14-point lead, Trev. So
Schwartz had a step on her defender, left the layup short. Rebound Kinsley Ferguson. 4 minutes left. We've hit a kind of a stalemate in terms of scoring here as of late. Humphrey gets it across the timeline on the right side, being guarded by Cones. Driving in is Humphrey, works through the defenders and stops the drought with a nice layup. Her first bucket of the night.
And I was just going to say, Travis, she's the girl I think is going to have to provide a little impetus here offensively and attack the rim. That was a good job by Humphrey.
23-11. Treynor leading. Schwartz drives in after the head fake. Now will give to Schrage. Schrage kicks out Cones. Cones driving in, step on her defender, goes around the baseline. Here's Schwartz. One step in, gives it back to Cones. Cones knives through the defense. Layup is no good from her. Rebound is tipped into the hands of Aaliyah Humphrey. And Underwood with a chance to cut this lead down a little bit more. Here's Ferguson, 3. It is no good. Josie Lewis with the nice box out.
Might have been a little quick on that possession, I think. Coach Van Vossen maybe work it around, see if they could get it back into Jacobson, the post.
Schwartz goes to the cup, gets fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. So free throws coming for Alexa Schwartz. She is a junior, 51.4% from the free throw line. This is not a great free throw shooting team in Treynor, just 57.3% as a squad.
Well, and this is big moments because you're getting some of the other girls. Coach Chapman now able to play some girls. Clara Teglin out for an extended period of time.
Back in now as she'll come in with the 3 fouls.
I'm sure she had a good earful from Coach Chapman. Said, you pick up number 4, you're going to be sitting by me for quite a while.
Underwood also makes some substitutions.
16 foul the Eagles, so now the rest of the way, the next foul will put the Cardinals at the line for the 1-and-1.
Free throw is no good. Tipped out of bounds. No, save for a moment. Ends up in the hands of Allie Fletcher for Underwood. They'll bring it across. Here's Hall. Thought about driving in.
Lang doing a good job of putting the body on Jacobs, the post.
Tyler Hall with the touch in the lane. Wants something inside. It wasn't there, so she'll give it back to Leah Hall. 2.5 left here in the first half. 24-11, Treynor leading. Ferguson almost turned it over.
Well, Teaglin almost went for the
ball. 8 on the shot clock, by the way. Here's Hall. Step on the defender. A little bunny from her. Too long. Jacobson caught it falling down and gets fouled. And Elizabeth Jacobson will go to the free throw line.
Casey Lang was boxing out really well right there, but she got a little too much of the body, kind of undercut Jacobson.
Somebody beckoning for an over-the-back call. Reminder, there is no such thing as an actual over-the-back call. It'll be displacement.
She was displaced on that one, wasn't she?
Very much so. Carly Miller comes in now for Treynor. Alexa Schwartz checks out. 2:22 left here in the half. Inbound to Jacobson, almost stolen away by Hauser. Now here's a 3 left side. Hall. They need it. It's not there. Rebound by guess who? Teglin comes up with it for Treynor. Brings it across to an open Lewis, who lays it up and in.
Josie Lewis so good at getting ahead of the ball. That all predicated by Teglin getting the push, the rebound, and the assist at the end.
Do you believe me if I told you she's good at track? Here's Hall, almost stolen away by
I think she'd be
Miller.
Good at checkers and chess, too, wouldn't she?
Ferguson got it back. Now they'll go back to Tyler Hall. Right side, 3, Fletcher, bang.
Big one by Allie Fletcher. They need points.
26-14, 1:45 left in the first half. Clara Teglin brings it across to the left side. Miller drives in. Will go to Lewis, who's just inside the 3-point line. Back out top. Miller, top of the key 3. It's left short. Jacobson with another rebound. She's doing a nice job crashing the glass. Hall to Ferguson. Back to Tyler Hall. Now they'll go Leah Hall 3. They need it. It's off the iron too strong, and Clara Teglin with the long rebound. Minute 15 left here in the quarter. Out front, Lewis again lays it up and in.
That's why she's going to play Division I basketball right there, Trev.
So Teglin finds Lewis, and it's a 28-14 Treynor lead. We've got an Underwood timeout with 1:11 left here in the half on KMA 960. Welcome back to Underwood here on KMA 960 on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. 1:11 left in the first half. 28-14. Treynor leading Underwood. And Brian Bertini, look, moments ago, Underwood got it down to 10. Had a chance to get it down into single digits, and then Treynor gets a bucket and prompts a timeout and doubles up again.
Well, that was just encapsulate what Clara Teglin can do. Got to steal one-hand pass diagonal to hit a cutting Josie Lewis for an easy layup. You can't replicate that.
Fletcher will kick Leah Hall. Here's a 3. Underwood just needs something offensively. They don't get it there. Jacobson rebound and putback is good.
Well, any points that you can get right now for Underwood Eagles are huge.
Elizabeth Jacobson with 11 rebounds in the first half. 28-16, under a minute left here in the second period. Open 3 for Treynor is no good from Schwartz, and then they'll say it hit the cable. You can tell the cable's moving.
Well, if you're Underwood, you got a basket there. You can close with another basket. As you mentioned, maybe get this down to 10. It sure feels a whole lot doable than it does 14 or 16, doesn't it?
Humphrey brings it across. Under 30 left here in the half. With it to Fletcher now. Fletcher gives to Hall. About a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Leah Hall gives it to Fletcher. Fletcher traveled. I think she wanted to give it to Humphrey, but Treynor's defense didn't really give her an opening.
Well, they cut off the passing lane. She really had nowhere to go. Probably maybe better she didn't, because it would have been maybe a live ball turnover. Trevor could have resulted in points. At least now you can go against with your set defense.
So Treynor can play for the last shot of the half if they so choose. Clara Taglin walks it up, 15 left, drives in, does Taglin, kick out right side Schwartz. Schwartz right back to Taglin. Taglin, nice head fake. Head fakes again, down to 10. Taglin thought about stepping back, goes right side Schwartz. Schwartz will drive in, contested shot, blocked by Jacobson off the hands of Lang. Out of bounds to Underwood with 1.6 left in the half.
Well, Tyler Hull did a great job of defending right there, too, and didn't give her any chance to get inside the lane and shoot that mid-range shot. And Jacobson with the swat off, and they're just going to...
Yeah, Underwood will just be complacent going into the break, down 12. So a highly touted state-rated battle going by way of the Cardinals right now. 28-16, Treynor leading here on KMA 960. We will take a break. Halftime coverage on the way here in a few minutes.
Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood. When you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa. 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
Drop in to the Do Drop In for fantastic daily food specials. For lunch on Monday, chicken fried steak. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday.
Treynor's good aggressive half-court defense, man-to-man. When they score, they've able to extend it. But Trevor, they've got, you mentioned, almost double-digit steals, and a lot of those have turned into run-out points. And Underwood's just really kind of not been in sync. Now, maybe that's
got a little more in sync towards the end of the half.
Yes, they did. Now, the big factor for Treynor is Clara Teaglin with the 3 fouls. That's something to bear watching. Jacobson's been huge on the board, as you mentioned. She's got double
11
points, but they're going to need some offensive production. I think Aaliyah Humphrey, she had that one drive, Trevor, but she's going to really have to kind of take the ball in her hands and attack the rim, and if they're going to make a push. And I think they're going to have to do it early in this third quarter, because otherwise Treynor can just kind of spread the floor and get you in one-on-one matchups.
So right now, Nora Cohn's 9 points to lead Treynor. Clara Taglin, by my tally, 7 points, 4 assists, 4 steals, 3 boards. That is what we call stuffing the stat sheet. Elizabeth Jacobson leading Underwood with 6 points and 11 rebounds. You alluded to Clara Taglin, 3 first-half fouls, though, will be something worth keeping an eye on in the second half. Again, 28-16, Treynor leading Underwood. We're going to step aside for a few minutes. Had a chance earlier on this week to catch up with Creston graduate Kelsey Fields. She's a starter at Northwest Missouri State and is having a really good season so far. So we're going to hear my interview with her. Don't go anywhere, though. Second half of Treynor Underwood on the way in a little bit. Turn KMA 960. All right, we are back here on KMA 960 Shenandoah, online KMAland.com. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you. We apologize, some technical difficulties there. Kicked us off for a moment, but we are back and ready to begin the second half of this one, Western Iowa Conference girls basketball battle. It is 28-16. Treynor leading Underwood. And Brian, as we start the second half, what are you keeping an eye on?
Couple things. One, 3 fouls of Claire Teglin, of course, but I think Underwood's got to get some momentum here early, Trey. We talked about it. This Treynor defensive machine is just not going to allow you to have many open opportunities. So you've got to pick and choose. And I think if you're Coach Andy Van Fossen, you're telling your team, hey, at the end of the third quarter, let's get it under double digits. Because we know, Trevor, anything can happen at that point. But if you fall down 15, 16, 18 points against this type of defensive team, boy, you're talking about some tough sledding.
So it'll be Treynor basketball to start the second half. Yeah, like we alluded to, I think the first couple minutes of the second half going to be very crucial. Alexa Schwartz with it right now for the Cardinals. She'll give Cones. Cones had 9 points in the first quarter, nothing since. And on cue, she becomes the first to get into double figures.
And how about Cones right there attacking the 6'3" Elizabeth Jacobson head on? What a great start for Treynor out of the halftime break.
30-16. Treynor leading Underwood now. Here on KMA 960 and online KMAland.com with an out top. Humphrey tried to swing it in the lane. Hall, or tried to swing it out to Hall. Loose ball. Schwartz came up with it. And then a foul on the floor, it looks like. And so that's on Teaglin. That's going to be her fourth.
And it's just one of those loose balls. The competitor of Clara Teglin right there wanting to go after that loose ball. I mean, you can't take that away, but it's unfortunate. And, boy, that's a huge break for the Underwood Eagles because the floor general is now becoming an assistant coach in a sense, isn't for quite a while.
Yeah, I imagine she's going to be out for a good chunk.
Well, probably the rest of this quarter.
The rest of the quarter for sure.
Now, if you're Coach Chapman and you can kind of hold serve here and keep this 13, 14-point lead, you're in good shape. But if you're Underwood, now's your chance to make this big push and really crawl back in this ball game.
Here's Hall with it to Humphrey out top. Again, 30-16 our score a minute into the second half. We're back on KMA 960 battling some Wi-Fi issues. Never fun. Jacobson with it just inside the three-point line. Now they'll go in the lane. Delaney Ambrose, they need a shot. It's not there. Ambrose sends it back out. Rebound, Aaliyah Humphrey, runner from her goes. And Aaliyah Humphrey, they got to get her going offensively somehow.
The 2 times she shot the ball, she's got it inside the lane. Yeah, I think you're right, Trevin. And maybe if you're Underwood, do you now with Teglin out, do you kind of maybe extend your floor a little bit and put a little bit of pressure on him?
Well, Josie Lewis is going to make that harder. She knocks down a 3 and grows this lead back up to 33-18.
There's the answer right now. It's Josie Lewis, Nora Cones, providing the spark right now for the Treynor Cardinals.
This might have been mentioned while we were off on KMA 960, but Clara Teglin picked up her 4th foul.
Early.
Like
45 seconds into the second half. So
she is out at the moment. Schwartz had 2 choices there, either carry or pass, and she throws it away. They'll say touched by Underwood.
It was. I think Jacobson just got a finger on it.
Underwood will bring Kinsley Ferguson in. So right now on the floor for Underwood, they've got Kinsley Ferguson, Aaliyah Humphrey, Leah Hall, Tyler Hall.
You got to resist the temptation if you're the coaching staff and the players of Underwood not to panic. There's a lot of ball game left here, Trev.
Cones with it. Contested shot from her. No good. Tough rebound. Schwartz thought she had it, but Humphrey gets it off the bounce. She brings it across to Leah Hall, who will go in the lane. Jacobson trying to back down on Lang and puts it up and in.
Well, she had floor space, and I think without Teglin on the floor, there'd be that double down. That's the opportunity. Lang really had no chance at that one. Good job of Jacobson.
5:40 left here in the third quarter. 33-20, Treynor leading Cones. Out to Lewis, back to Cones on the left side. It's a high screen Lang. Now she'll go to Schwartz, down to 15 on the shot clock, by the way. Schwartz driving in through the contact, blocked by Jacobson. She just went straight up and took it away. Now here's Underwood trying to cut this lead down more. Humphrey the other way. Drove in, will pull out. Bounce pass along the baseline. Hall, long 2, got it.
Nice position right there. Nobody went out. Too much attention paid to Jacobson. Here's that maybe a little run that the Underwood Eagles are looking for, Trev.
Want to get down to single digits, so I'd imagine they might there. Here's Humphrey, got a deflection and a steal. Humphrey brings it across, up the floor, draws the contact, and will go to the line. Doesn't get the bucket to go, but she'll go to the free throw line.
Well, with the veteran experience of this squad, they weren't going to panic, and that was the thing. You just had to pick your moments. The moment might be now that Teglin's for 4 fouls. the window of opportunity is open. Let's see if the Underwood Eagles can capitalize.
Leah Humphrey, standout multi-sport athlete, an 84% free throw shooter so far this year. A foul, by the way, on Alexa Schwartz, her second. Treynor's second as a team. First one from Humphrey, no good.
These are points. These are those hidden points. They're going to look back if you come up some short that you want. When you're making a run, Trev, you want to take advantage of every single one, including these free throws.
Allie Hauser comes in for Treynor. 4:55 left here in the third, 33-22. The next one from Humphrey is good, down to a 10-point deficit at 33-23.
Little extension by the Eagles now to see if they can get a little open court run-out turnovers.
Cones bringing it across, got a high screen from Lewis. Now Schrage to Lewis. Lewis driving in, working on Jacobson. Swings it out, left side Cones. Cones will go around the key. Gets it back on a pass from Hauser. Drove in, kick back out, down to 12 left on the shot clock. Schrage driving in, she'll kick right side Hauser. Working on Hall, down to 8 on the shot clock. Lewis driving in, down to 5. Hauser with it again. Thought about the step back, tried to go to Cones. It's deflected, stolen away by Humphrey. Humphrey with a run out, lays it up and in.
You talked about it. There's the girl that got to get going, and just like that, a big run, and that's going to prompt a timeout by Coach Chapman and the Cardinals.
It's down to an 8-point Treynor lead, 33-25 here on KMN on 16. A 7-0 Underwood run has cut what was a 15-point Treynor lead down to 8. 4:14 left here in the third quarter. Treynor with the basketball coming out of the timeout. And bring it across Alexa Schwartz. Back out top, Josie Lewis. Lewis drove in, kick out. Here's a deep three they needed from Hauser. It's not there. Leah Hall with the rebound. Kind of a questionable shot selection there for the Cardinals. And here comes Underwood. Humphrey quickly down court. Underhand scoop left short. Jacobson rebound not there. And then the rebound on the putback goes into the hands of Allie Hauser.
Well, that was a missed opportunity. Looked like Jacobson might get a quick putback on that offensive glass.
Here's Lewis, stop and pop three, bang!
Well, she's been the answer just with another run earlier, and then that's a big one right there to kind of quell that Underwood Eagle push.
Makes it a 36-25 lead, and we get a foul away from the basketball, it looks like. It's going to be on Delaney Ambrose. No, on Allie Hauser, rather, for Treynor.
Because this is huge, Trev, because the longer that Treynor can keep that double-digit lead, I think more comfortable Joe Chapman feels about keeping Claire on the sideline.
Lewis now with 11 on the night. Lewis and Cones both have 11 to lead Treynor. Here's Humphrey in the lane. Jacobson did a nice job getting behind her defender, and he'll get the and-one opportunity.
Well, nice pass by Humphrey to throw it away from the defender. Jacobson held her ground. That's 6'3", being 6'3". Got the little hometown roll on the curl, and chance for a three-point play. Maybe answer that three that Lewis just hit.
It's now the third foul on Schwartz. It'll put Elizabeth Jacobson at the free throw line.
And that's huge because she had a huge game against the Vikings on Tuesday night in Treynor. So another offensive weapon now to the sideline for the Cardinals.
Jacobson knocks it down. She's got 11 points, 12 rebounds for Elizabeth Jacobson, and it's back down to an 8-point Treynor lead. 3:20 left here in the third. Carly Miller with it out top, being guarded by Hall. She'll go to Schwartz. Schwartz in the lane. Cones got behind the defense. Kick back out. Lewis left side three. No good. And then Schrage and Humphrey were fighting for it. Schrage hit the deck. There wasn't much contact there.
It was almost as she stepped on her foot a little bit off balance. But Lewis with an open three, uncharacteristically didn't even draw iron. So
I thought that was, when it left her hand, I was like, that's going in, and wasn't close. Underwood can cut this lead down, and they almost have it stolen away, but it's out of bounds off of Treynor.
What seemed like maybe a game was going to kind of run out of distance and Treynor was going to really start to pull away. Now, a basket or 2 or 3 here. It could be down to a 2-possession game, Trev.
Yeah, basket here would get it down to a 2-possession game. Here's Ferguson back to Hall. 18 left on the shot clock. Hall lost it for a moment. Goes to Leah Hall. She got around a defender. Left the shot short, but guess what? Elizabeth Jacobson gets the rebound, goes up strong, and puts it back in.
Well, without Lang and Taglin in there, Jacobson's really the girl that's got the dominant in the post, and here come those Eagles.
Down to a 6-point deficit. A run out to Lewis. She'll kick it back out short. Schwartz driving in. Kick out Lewis. Left side 3. They need it. It is no good. And Elizabeth Jacobson with another rebound.
Boy, credit the Eagles for not panicking there. And when Teagle went out with the 4 fouls, they've made their push when they had to.
It's a 12-3 lead run. Here's Ferguson. 3, no good. Rebound by Carly Miller.
That might have brought the house down if she hits that one,
That would have been a big one.
Speaking of that, nice crowd filling in here tonight for this doubleheader Western Iowa Conference.
Can't say I'm surprised with Treynor Underwood. As Cones
Friday night, too. Good place to be, right?
Lewis to Schrage along the baseline. Will swing it left side. Miller a 3. It is no good off the bounce. Aaliyah Humphrey with the rebound.
Remember all those offensive rebounds the Cardinals are going to the Underwood Eagles are kind of nix that. No, they're not. One and done.
Loose ball, and it's stolen away. Schrage got to it. She had it first, and Cones got it into Schrage. They went to Schwartz. Humphrey got a touch on it. Now Schwartz blocked again by Humphrey.
This was letting them play a little instant on, but I think that was a clean block by Humphrey.
It looked to me like it was. 90 seconds left here in the third. 36-30, Treynor leading. Humphrey with it, goes left side, Tyler Hall.
I'm looking to see if I can get a mismatch and get the ball back into Jacobson.
Ferguson drew 2 defenders. She goes to Tyler Hall. Might have got away with the travel. Now she drives in, and she won't get away with the second travel. Might have got away with one on the shot fake, and then when she attacked.
Well, I think Coach Andy Van Vossen was trying to get her head up because Jacobson had a spot, had the angle, but as you mentioned, she couldn't get her head up to see that and find it. So another empty possession opportunity for the Underwood Eagles.
Casey Lang back in for Treynor. Minute 10 left here in the third. This is a 15-point Treynor lead early on. Now it's a 6-point Cardinal advantage. Cones with a quick burst in on Ferguson. Misses the shot. Rebound by Humphrey.
Well, the Cardinals have gone ice cold here in the last 4 minutes offensively, except for that 1-3 by Lewis.
Here's a 3. Hall. Cones got the rebound. Down under a minute left here in the quarter. Lewis kicks to Miller. Miller on the right corner, deflected by Humphrey, out of bounds. It'll stay with Treynor. Underwood will bring Delaney Ambrose into the game. They'll give Kinsley Ferguson a little bit of a rest, it looks like. With 35 left here in the quarter. Cones down to 15 on the shot clock, gives to Miller. Miller going left to right, gives to Schwartz. He'll go right to left. That sets up a corner 3. Cones, it is left short. Rebound Jacobson. Underwood can play for the last shot of the quarter if they want. Down
and
to 20.
Maybe go 2 for 1, Trev. They'll have the ball to start the quarter in the fourth as well. So this is a great opportunity to kind of maybe end with a basket, maybe start with one.
Humphrey gives it to Leah Hall. Down under 10 left in the quarter. Humphrey, step on her defender, goes up, lays it up and in. And it's a 4-point game. Treynor will not get a shot off to end the quarter, and Underwood ends the frame on a 14-3 run. And what was once a 15-point ball game is now a 4-point decision as we go to the final 8 minutes here on KMA 960. We got a fun one here tonight in Underwood on the KMA Extreme and on KMA 960. We go to the fourth. Treynor leading 36-32 in this Western Iowa Conference girls basketball battle. And Brian Bertini, we were talking about the break. If you're Treynor, how long do you play without Clara Teaglin, who's playing with 4 fouls?
No
She's
more.
in there to start the fourth.
Yeah, and she's really got to make sure she plays smart and not get too aggressive, because any kind of knick-knack foul could put her on the sideline. So Underwood's got to see if they can get aggressive and attack here.
Underwood basketball to start the fourth. Here's Aaliyah Humphrey. Got a screen from Jacobson. Now she'll go to Tyler Hall. Hall wanted to go into Jacobson. It wasn't there. Down to 15 left on the shot clock. Humphrey out top being guarded by Combs. Gets a high screen from Ambrose. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Humphrey in the lane. Ambrose is fouled by Schwartz. And Delaney Ambrose will go to the free throw line. Good
patience by Humphrey right there. Do you see how she waited till her teammate kind of got an angle? And then, as you mentioned, good job by Tyler Hull to attack the rim. 2 free throws coming up, Trev. These are big free throws.
So Delaney Ambrose at the free throw line. Misses the first one. We see now, too, Brian, Coach Joe Chapman.
They're Underwood basketball tonight here.
Cones with it. Gives it to Teglin. Left side now, Cones. Back out top, Lewis. They'll go right wing, Schwartz. Trying to post up in the lane, Lang. Down to 7 left on the shot clock, by the way. Lewis, they're down to 5. Long pass, Cones. Got around her defender. Runner is left short. Elizabeth Jacobson with another rebound.
Well, she's got to be pushing 15 rebounds now, isn't she, Trev?
She's at 16 by my tally. Humphrey will bring it across. Underwood could tie it on this possession with a tray. They'll thought about it. Ambrose set a high screen for Humphrey. She looked for a moment, then gave to Tyler Hall. Now Ambrose, left side, Leah Hall. In the lane, Jacobson, turnaround shot. Doesn't get it to go, left it short.
Good defense by Lang. She pushed her off just enough to make that shot come up just a tad short.
Alexa Schwartz got the rebound. Here's Teglin right side, being guarded by Tyler Hall. She'll go to Lang. Now they'll pull it back out. Schwartz driving into the free throw line. Will hand it back out, Teglin. 20 left on the shot clock, 6:20 left on the game clock, 36-33 advantage Treynor. Teglin gets a high screen from Lang. Now Lang will cut. It's almost stolen by Humphrey, and Lang is fouled from behind by Tyler Hall.
Well, Humphrey
to the free throw
came
line.
about, what do you think, an inch from getting that, maybe a run-out layup going the other way, because Teglin was going to have to let her go. And instead, she missed it. Lang got the handle on it, got fouled going up, and 2 big free throws. 2 big free throws. We wouldn't have said that maybe 7 minutes ago for the Cardinals.
Casey Lang, a senior, 72.7% free throw shooter, misses that one. I feel like free throws have been a struggle for both teams tonight. Underwood 3 of 5, Treynor 5 of 10.
First team foul on the Eagles here this second half, so they can continue to be aggressive here defensively.
Lang gets the next one back up to a 2-possession lead, 37-33.
And Treynor probably with some of the foul trouble, they really can't be as ultra-aggressive, Trev, in the full court as they'd like to be.
Humphrey with it just across half court. Now goes to Hall. Hall will swing it to the left side, Ambrose. She'll go far left side, Leah Hall. Now gets a screen from Ambrose. Back to Tyler Hall. Hall driving in, contested shot is good. What a shot from Tyler Hall.
That's a tough angle without the glass. That's a big answer right there. They pick up another point, Trev.
37-35, Treynor holding on to a lead. Schwartz gives to Lewis. She's been one of the stars tonight. Now Schwartz gets it back from Lewis. Going left to right is Schwartz. They're trying to post up Teglin to the paint. Instead, here's a long 2, Lang. No good. Teglin fighting for the rebound. Hall got to it for Underwood, and the Eagles could tie it or take the lead on this possession. Hall up the floor. Wanted to go to Leah Hall, but it's stolen away by Teglin, who closed quickly. Now Teglin swings it across to Lewis. Lewis driving in on Humphrey. Goes up and can't get it to go. Rebound on the floor. Jump ball. Arrow, I think, will go to Treynor. It will.
Well, Josie Lewis is just a battler. She just doesn't quit. She went right into the 6'2", 6'3" Jacobson. Teglin came close to picking up foul number 5, it looked like.
Yeah, it was kind of a dangerous move on her part. Now she'll be the inbounder. Bounce pass in. Combs fouled from behind by Humphrey.
Not a bad foul, maybe, Trev, because if she, that could have been an easy putback, and only the second team foul.
And now Nora lost it for a moment. Ambrose got to it and then thrown away, and they'll say it's out of bounds off of Underwood back to Treynor.
Yeah, that just didn't look good on that handle, and
they never set up.
They never got it. Yeah, never got any kind of rhythm on that exchange right there. Again, good defense by the Cardinals to force that.
5 minutes left in this one. 38-35 Treynor. Teglin with an out top. Gets a high screen from Lang. Step back Trey. Teglin. Bow! And out no good. Laying rebound, no good. Jacobson with the board, and that one was about halfway down.
Yeah, I'd give her a point and a half just for in the cylinder, but another rebound for Jacobson and a chance to still stay within one possession. Trev, that's huge for the Eagles.
Got about half a bang in there before it rattled out. Now Ambrose will go Hall along the baseline. Shot contested. Jacobson rebound. Put back no good. Teglin and Jacobson both fighting for it. Jump ball. And this one's going to stay with Underwood, much to the chagrin of the Treynor faithful.
Well, and again, anytime there's some contact and number 20 for the Cardinals is around, the Underwood contingent hoping that that's foul number 5. That was a good no call right there. Just a good hustle and aggressive by both players.
4:26 left in this one. Humphrey will be the inbounder for Underwood. She'll go out top Tyler Hall, being guarded by Schrage. Hall traveled. She wanted to pass it to Leah Hall. She had 2 defenders near her, and she drug that foot.
Well, and Leah Hall probably should have come out and gave her a better passing angle. As you mentioned, another empty opportunity for the Underwood Eagles, Trev.
4:22 to go in this one. Whoever wins this one will have a feather in their cap when postseason time comes around, of course. Here's Teglin driving in. Didn't really know what to do with it. It's stolen away by Humphrey. Humphrey up the floor, jump step, left it short. Didn't have a good angle on that one. Clara Teglin gets the rebound for Treynor.
I don't know if she thought right or left. I don't think she knew which side she wanted to go with. A missed opportunity right there for Leah Humphrey.
Here's Cones with it right side. Back out top, Lewis. Top of the key, Schrage. As Lang tries to post up. Cones on a cut to the hoop. Might have got away with the travel. Schrage will pop a 3. No good. And guess what? Another Elizabeth Jacobson rebound.
Closing in on 20, isn't she? Is that 18?
That is 19 for her. 13 points, 19 rebounds for her. 3:40 to go in this one. Treynor by 3. Humphrey to Tyler Hall. In the lane, Ambrose left it short but draws the foul.
Delaney Ambrose maybe expecting some contact there. Trev didn't get it. But free throws coming up. Team foul number 6 on Treynor. So the next foul will put the Eagles to the line 101 for the last 3:32. But these are big ones if you're Coach Van Fossen. You need these.
First one, no good from Ambrose.
As you talked about at the top of the broadcast, points are tough to come by on both this squad. You mentioned maybe first one to 30. Maybe the first one to 40.
Treynor's hoping it's them. Next one from Ambrose is good. Back down to a 2-point game at 38-36. 3:31 to go in this one. Schwartz with it on the right wing. Gives to Schrage. Schrage back to Schwartz. Now they'll go Lang. This is a part of the game where I do think adding the shot clock was great. Cones almost stolen by Humphrey. Got it back. They're down to 10 left on the shot clock, by the way. Schrage with it. Down to 8 on the clock. Left side. Schwartz. Nice step on the defense. Under the basket. Layup no good. We'll give Elizabeth Jacobson her 20th rebound of the night on that one. And Underwood can tie it or take the lead on this possession. Humphrey to Hall, out top. Hall in the lane. Jacobson goes up, and we're tied.
Teglin gambled, went for the steal, didn't get it. Big basket, and just like that, Trev, coming back from 15 down, the Eagles have tied this up.
38 all, 2:35 to go, and then a foul on Underwood. It's just their 3rd team foul.
It's not a bad foul. I mean, it's away from the basket, but it stops the flow of that possession because they might have had numbers.
Looked like you were going to get beat, too, on the baseline, and that's on Delaney Ambrose, her first.
Credit the Eagles and Coach Van Fossen for not panicking. I mean, you could have easily started to really try to change too much up, Trev, down 16-70. But how important was foul number 4 early in the third quarter?
That was massive. Because then you had Clara Teglin sitting out the rest of the third quarter.
And that's when they made their run, wasn't it?
Inbound to Lewis. Now Cones wanted to swing in the lane. It's tipped out. Schrage got it off a deflection. Pass back out top Lewis. Lewis driving in on Jacobson, and she stepped on the line as she tried to throw it away. And then that insult to injury, Claire Schrage buries the 3 afterwards.
Well, Jacobson just did enough of a hedge on that, has pushed her, knocked her off balance. And can you believe that the Underwood Eagles maybe could take their first lead of the night?
Treynor will extend their pressure. 2:20 left in this one. 38 all. Humphrey brings it across. Bounce pass to Ferguson. Step back 3 for the lead. No good. Teglin gets the rebound. 2:10 to go in this one.
Maybe a tad early on that possession. I think if they would have waited one more time, they could have got it to
Teglin, short, 3 for the lead. In and out, no good. Rebound, Elizabeth Jacobson. Teglin had a couple nice behind-the-back dribbles, bringing that up. And almost had an assist out of that, but can't get it to go. Under 2 left in this one.
Both teams with a lot of timeouts, so they can kind of control possessions. Nobody has to panic here.
Here's Hall, a three for the lead. It's long. Rebound, Schrage. Now a run out to Cones. Cones lays it short. Loose ball on the floor. It's rebounded by Leah Hall, for Underwood.
Both teams kind of making some rush decisions here the last few possessions.
And Coach Andy Van Fossen going to call a timeout. We've got high drama here in Underwood tonight in a state-rated girls battle. 38 all with 93 seconds left here on KMN 960.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Pierce Communications in Southwest Iowa's needs. With competitive pricing, their team of technicians pay attention to every detail to ensure and provide high-quality workmanship. With fast availability, you can expect...
Here on KMN 960 and online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. How about this state-rated girls basketball battle we've got for you? 2A number 4 Treynor, 2A number 9 Underwood. It is a 38-all tie with 1:33 to go. This was once a 15-point Treynor lead. Brian Bertini, Underwood now with a chance to take the lead with the basketball.
It was 36-32 at the break, so Underwood's outscored him 6-2. It's been a very low-scoring fourth quarter.
Underwood on the inbound goes to Tyler Hall. Hall will go to Leah Hall. In the lane, Jacobson got behind her defender, left it short. Josie Lewis gets the rebound, and the lead was right there for Underwood, and they couldn't get it to go.
Did everything right, got the ball where they wanted, when the shot they wanted.
Cones will drive in, had it poked away for a moment. Ferguson comes up with a steal for Underwood. 1:15 to go.
Boy, Treynor's just gone cold here in this fourth quarter, Trev.
Yeah, just 2 points so far in this frame for them. And we got a whistle and another timeout taken by Coach Andy Van Fossen. Now, Brian, as I mentioned earlier, this is a part of the game where up until this year, without the shot clock, if you're Underwood, you might have been playing for the last shot, in all honesty.
Maybe, although that's a long time to take care of the ball against a good aggressive defense. I think Coach Van Fossen just kind of wants to kind of gather his team right here and just settle them down. And I think they're going to look at the same option they just got done having, Trev. They got the ball right where they wanted, with the ball in the girl they wanted in the location. And Teglin with the 4 fouls, she can't really double down and help right now. So, I mean, this has got the feel of maybe some extra minutes here tonight, Trev.
Could be some free basketball in Underwood. What a fun one this has been.
2 timeouts for the Underwood with only 3 team fouls, Trev. They can continue to be pretty aggressive, on the defensive end. And if you think a girl's going to get an open layup, you may be fouled. And, as you mentioned, both teams struggling from the free throw line this year.
These 2 teams have played some doozies in recent memory over the last 5 years. This one looking to be another one of those. Underwood will inbound it in the back court with Aaliyah Humphrey. Humphrey with it right side. Under a minute to go in regulation. Now here's Leah Hall with the touch. Top of the key goes to Tyler Hall. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Back to Leah Hall. Now they'll go left side. Humphrey gets it in the lane. Jacobson and one!
Well, they got the matchup they wanted. They got it away from Teglin. Rolled it around. They reversed the ball. Good post up by Elizabeth Jacobson. This time she doesn't miss, and the first lead of the night, Trevor, for the Eagles comes with 49 seconds in the fourth quarter.
Elizabeth Jacobson with the bucket and a chance to grow this lead with 49.8 seconds to go. She's got 17 points on the night, over 20 rebounds. She makes it 18 points, and it's a 41-38 Underwood lead.
Well, if I'm Underwood, I'm going to know where's Josie Lewis and where's Claire Teglin.
Treynor will bring it across half court, then they take a timeout. Fun finish coming up here on KMN 960. We're back in 30 seconds. 43.5 seconds left here in this one, and it's a 41-38 Underwood lead over Treynor. Treynor with the basketball, though, coming out of the timeout. Brian Bertini, we were just talking about during the break. If you're Coach Joe Chapman, how are you attacking this? What are you drawing up?
Well, I think there's so much attention going to be paid to Clara Teglin. I'm going to see Josie Lewis is a great three-point shooter. He's already hit a couple shots. I think Nora Coates is the girl that could be the forgotten one, that if you swing it around right, get the shot, she could get an open three.
And
now, I think you want to take this shot pretty early in this possession because you want to make sure you maximize as many touches as you can get.
I hate to sound like every college basketball analyst, too, but do you need a three here necessarily? I mean, if you get a quick two.
I've got good shooters. I want to see if I can get a quick release on a three, because if I tie it, then it can really kind of play for the final game. We're going to see what they look like here.
Schwartz with it out top. 35 seconds left. Off a screen, Cone. Three for the tie. It is no good. Had a good look. Didn't go. Humphrey gets the rebound. Shot clock's turned off, so Treynor's going to have to foul at some point, and they do as Schrage almost got the steal.
Well, there was a good look for Nora Cone.
That was as good as you're going to get.
And it was just like halfway in there, but good job by Humphrey. I tell you what, two girls that stepped up tonight for Underwood were Elizabeth Jacobson doing her job on defense and offense, the junior, and Aaliyah Humphrey, the senior. She just kind of calmly took over in that third quarter, Trev. Made the difference.
Leah Humphrey, an 84% free throw shooter. Free throws have been a problem for Underwood tonight, but this has got to be one that they're comfortable with at the line as they try to make this a two-score lead. They can't on the 1-and-1. Loose ball, though, on the floor. Tip back to Humphrey.
You don't need to shoot.
Treynor's got a foul at some point, and Cones finally does. She was trying to get the steal. A lot of time burned off. About 8 seconds ticked off.
Well, and this next free throw is huge because it's the last 1-and-1 you're going to get if you're a Treynor. And if you're Humphrey, if you make it, it makes it a two-possession game.
18.8 seconds to go.
Now, if you do miss Treynor now, I think you push and try to get that three quick.
Humphrey on the front end of the 1-and-1. It looks good. It is no good. Rebound, Josie Lewis. Treynor has 2 timeouts left. Schrage brings it up. Kick out. Here's Lewis. 3 for the tie. No good. Long rebound tracked down by Hall. And a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Treynor.
Coach Chapman's got 2 timeouts. I think you burn one here and get yourself set up with maybe your best play, Trev.
So Treynor's going to call a timeout. Let's keep it here. 5.8 left. Treynor's got possession. Down 3. You said best play. What would you say that is?
Well, again, you try to run, you got 6 seconds basically in your own end of the court, so you don't have to worry about wasting a lot of dribbles to get into scoring position. You're going to inbound underneath your own basket. Double rub screens. They tried that last time, Trevor, to run Clara Teglin off the baseline double screen. Again, I'm looking Josie Lewis or Nora Cones because those are the girls that should get on a quick skip pass because Clara Teglin can get the ball to somebody quickly, give you a good look. I think you shoot it early in the possession, so if it's up and missed, you got a chance either to kick out or do a putback. Treynor, you got 1 timeout, so even if you get a 2, Trev, you can call timeout and stop the clock.
Don't see this much in terms of when it's in the half court versus full court, but if you're Underwood, do you dare foul and put him at the free throw line?
You have to foul on the floor, and you want to make sure. Yeah, I mean you've got fouls to burn. Although it's harder to kind of do that in this level of game because they haven't been coached and
it might not be as valuable either with not putting him to the free throw line.
Yeah, and then you're having them have a chance to score with the clock stopped, and then of course loose ball tip ups and anything. So I think if you're Underwood, the only time you would foul if they're going to get an open putback layup for sure.
Alexa Schwartz will inbound. 5.9 seconds to go. Schwartz looking for an outlet. Throws it out to Cones. Cones went for the 2. It's in and out, no good. Humphrey gets the rebound, and the Underwood comeback is complete. From down 15 to a 3-point win, the Eagles with a big state-rated victory tonight, 41-38. Brian Bertini, your thoughts?
It's going to get lost a little bit, but the third foul, Teglin changed things, and then she picked up foul number 4 with 45 seconds into the second half. She had to sit for that time. Would Underwood make the move with Teglin, the floor general, on the sideline? They did. Humphrey, Jacobson stepped up, kept making plays. They got it down to possession games, Trevor, and they just took over. And
All right, we're back here in Underwood tonight, KMA 960 and video streaming at KMAland.com. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you here. Western Iowa Conference boys basketball. If you were watching and listening earlier, it was a fun one. The Underwood girls held on for a 3-point win. Now the boys game, Brian, could be just as fun.
Yeah, Underwood's girls stormed back down 15. They found a way to, foul trouble had something to do with that, but the leaders from the Underwood Eagles stepped up. I think tonight's second matchup of our doubleheader tonight's going to rely on some of those same playmakers for both squads. There's a lot of veteran leadership on both these teams, Trev.
So Treynor coming in 6-3 on the year under head coach Scott Rucker. They're 5-1 in the WIC. They're coming off a loss to HSTW the other night. Meanwhile, Underwood, they're 6-1. They've won 6 in a row. I did their season opener against HSTW, their one loss. They were in that game all the way down to the end. Ended up losing. Since then, they've peeled off 6 straight wins. They're under the guidance of head coach Brad Bloom. The lineups for you tonight will look like this. For Treynor, it's Jace Tams, Carson Elwood, Alan Young, Ethan Cones, and Ethan Dickerson. For Underwood, they're rolling with the lineup of Josh Ravlin, as well as Alex Ravlin, Mason Boothby, and Owen Larson. Brian Bertini and Jack Van Fossen as well. Before we get rolling here tonight, what are you keeping an eye on?
Again, I think foul trouble. Both squads, they want to keep their main guys on the floor as much as possible. I think both teams want to eliminate runs by the other squad, Trev. They want to make sure they stay within points and eliminate as many empty possessions as you can on the offensive end.
If you're watching at home on the KMA Extreme, Underwood, of course, the home team, they're going to be wearing the white jerseys with the blue numbers. Treynor going the all-black jerseys with, I don't know if you call it maybe like a gray
kind
trim.
Of
I don't know that I've ever seen those.
It's almost jerseys. Like a Philadelphia Eagle on the pant leg there, but
Treynor, of course, led by longtime head coach Scott Rucker. Underwood under the guidance of head coach Brad Bloom. This is a big one in the Western Iowa Conference. Underwood has not beat Treynor since 2017.
Well, and again, this is their first game. Correct, they had their game Tuesday postponed with IKM ending. So, again, it's always a concern as a coach. We saw that the Eagles girls team struggled a little bit to kind of get going, but once they got rolling, they did. I think the boys here want to get off to a good start. We should see a pretty fast-paced game, Trev, here.
I would expect so. Owen Larson to jump for Underwood and Ethan Dickerson doing the same for Treynor. We are underway in this Western Iowa Conference boys basketball battle. Treynor wins the tip, and they'll bring it across with Ethan Cones. Cones gets a high screen from Young. Now he'll go right side. Carson Elwood in the lane. Dickerson trying to use his 6'8 frame. Goes up. Tough shot. No good. Ravlin with the rebound, and that being Josh Ravlin.
Yeah, Dickerson got kind of pushed under the basket, and the basket became a defender. Tough angle.
So in the lane, Larson. It's touched on the backside by Jace Tams. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Underwood.
Ethan Dickerson goes 6'8". Tallest player, Larson, 6'4", so a little bit of height advantage, but Larson, very good athlete, jumps well, so he can make up for that, getting off the floor quickly.
Going mounted out to Ravlin. Ravlin will go left side to Josh Ravlin. Back to Alex Ravlin. Off a screen comes Van Fossen. Nice head fake, drives in, trying to work around Dickerson. Shot left short. Dickerson gets the rebound, and that's where his strength is being able to contest shots that you might expect for a 6'8 man in the Western Iowa Conference. Cones with it will give to Elwood. Elwood with it out top, being guarded by Boothby. He hands it off to Cones. Back in the lane, Dickerson. 2 defenders collapse on him. Foul on the floor. And you're going to see a lot of that, I think, tonight of Underwood collapsing 2 defenders on Ethan Dickerson.
Yeah, and that's going to be the key. Where's the help coming from? And if Dickerson doesn't feel like he can get a shot, he's got to find that angle and kick it back to that open guy. As you mentioned, the math is somebody's open if there's 2 guys on you.
Fouls on Jack Van Fossen, his first. Treynor had the inbound go errant. Cones tried to chase it down, goes out of bounds. And a turnover for Treynor gives it back to Underwood. No score, exactly 1 minute into this game.
Both teams electing to play good aggressive man-to-man defense, switching on a lot of the screens.
Boothby with it on the right, deep right wing. Will give Ravlin off a screen from Larson. Now Larson caught, right idea, but Ravlin overthrew him. That being Josh Ravlin, and it's a turnover back to Treynor.
The team's kind of unsettled again, as you mentioned. The Cardinals coming off a tough game. They led quite a bit of the way against Tuesday night. Nick Stavas and I did that game against the HSDW Vikings, but a late push by the Vikings pulled that out. But Treynor was right there to the end, as you mentioned. First game of the year.
Yeah,
Underwood
HSDW
was right there.
was down 9 to Underwood at one point in the first quarter of that game. So Elwood gets it across half court to Tams. Goes right back to Elwood near the logo. He swings it in the lane. Big man Dickerson. 2 defenders collapse. Dickerson will kick out. Here's a top of the key 3. Young, it's there. And Treynor's on the board
the help.
first.
That time Dickerson waited, recognized where the help come. Nobody was on Allen Young. He hits the first shot of the game for the Cardinals.
3-zip edge to the Cardinals. Here's Van Fossen on the right wing. Gives it to Boothby. Boothby gets a high screen, Van Fossen. Then Van Fossen gets it back along the baseline. Gets picked up defensively. Goes back to Boothby. They'll swing around the perimeter. Alex Rablin in the lane. Larson. Now Josh Rablin got his defender to leave his feet. Bounce pass to Larson, who lays it in on the cut.
Nice little two-man game on that side. Got a mismatch. Went for the ball fake. Good entry bounce pass. First bucket for the Eagles.
3-2 Treynor. They'll bring it across. Tams right side. Long 2 from him. In and out. No good. Young with the rebound. He goes up. Can't get the putback. Dickerson will get it off that one, though, and it's a 5-2 Treynor lead.
Nice job by Ethan Dickerson not to force. He gathered himself. Trev went up. Realized he wasn't going to be contested. Got the putback.
There's Rablin. Thought about the 3. Now will drive in. Kicks to Van Fossen. Van Fossen picked up defensively. Goes in the lane to Larson. Right back to Van Fossen. Ball fake, drive in, bounce pass, left side. Rablin, he'll drive the baseline. Underhand scoop is good from Alex Rablin. Nice movement by him, and it's a 5-4 game.
While he went around, Dickerson looked like close, but he had a little baseline gap, and he was able to finish.
Tams right side 3 is there.
Well,
Underwood almost got the steal.
Was kind of held in check a little bit Tuesday night. He's got to get. He's averaging almost 20 points a game. He's got to get going here early.
8-4 Treynor leading early on. Here's Van Fossen right side. Gives it to Alex Rablin. Rablin gets a high screen. Larson. He'll go right back. Van Fossen right side. Van Fossen driving in and left it strong off the glass. Rebound by Young and then a foul by Larson. And again, this won't show up on the stat sheet, but a contested shot by Ethan Dickerson.
Exactly, Trev. You hit it right on the nose right there. He didn't really get the block, but he influenced enough to change the angle of that shot. That's all it takes.
So Young will bring it across for Treynor. Trotters Underwood extends their pressure. They do get it across, does Treynor with Cones. Now to Tams, who then gets it to Young. They'll go in the lane. Dickerson. Dickerson working on Van Fossen. Misses the shot. Rebound by Larson.
That was a good look, right? Coach Rucker would like that ball there continually all night.
Here's Van Fossen left side. Now Rablin top of the key 3. It's left flat off the back of the iron. Rebound, though, Larson, and a foul travel as he tried to pass it out.
There's 3 black shirts, and number 15, Owen Larson, with the white shirt, Underwood Eagles, was the one that come away with that. But break turnover, so Treynor continues to hold possession here.
Looks like we'll see substitutions for Underwood as Garrett Lutt will come in. Also, Luke Seidler in. Rablin and Larson out for Underwood. Corbin Thien in as well for Treynor. Looks like Thien came in for Young. Treynor almost dribbled away in the backcourt. Alec Lovely out there as well, and they can't beat the 10-second call.
Well, that helps out the official because he has to look. All he has to do is look up at the shot clock.
That's something that the addition of the shot clock has been able to help with. Is now there's not really much contention on whether or not it was 10 seconds or not. So Underwood with the basketball. Lutt gives left side Rablin. Now with it, Lutt right back to Van Fossen, just inside the three-point line. He'll give it to Seidler. Seidler tried to work it into Van Fossen. Tip back to Seidler. Down to 15 on the shot clock. We'll go with the high post. Van Fossen. Now Rablin got his defender to leave his feet. Long 2 is good from Josh Rablin.
Nice job by Josh. That little mid-range pump fake, steps in, hits the 15-foot.
8-6. Now our score. Tams with it out top for Treynor. Gives to Elwood. Elwood to Dickerson. He'll drive in. Short shot from him. Not there. Rebound is won by Thien underneath. And then a foul as he goes up. And Corbin Thien, who has seen an enhanced role in this offense as of late, a freshman, has not missed a free throw yet this year.
You didn't jinx him, did you?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out here in a
moment. I don't
think
think so. I think he hits this one.
Survey says the announcer jinx might be real. He misses it.
Or the law of averages just said he was bound to miss one. Maybe that's the one he was going to miss.
We'll go with that. Owen Larson in for Underwood. Jack Van Fossen comes out. 3:19 left in the first. 8-6 Cardinals. The next one from Thien. Missed that one, too. Rebound was tipped around. Fiend will track it down.
Dickerson able to tip it out to his teammates, keep the possession alive for the Cardinals.
With it now is Lovely. Gives it to Elwood. I had a chance to watch Lovely quite a bit in their route of Logan Magnolia this year. He's an impressive young player. He's got it on the right wing right now. Will drive in. Tried to swing it to Dickerson, and it was out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Underwood.
Jim Levy, the assistant coach, was my assistant when I first started at Glenwood as a girls coach. I know Jim well, and his son Alec now getting some playing time. Good basketball acumen, I'm guessing.
Great guy with the exception of his infatuation with Tom Brady. Here's Dickerson driving in, and Seidler got a hand on it. Loose ball on the floor, and it's into the hands eventually of Mason Boothby. 2:40 left in the first. Seidler driving in, and a foul. I think it's going to be on Lovely.
Dickerson. No, it's on Dickerson.
Okay, away from basketball.
He just threw out. Owen Larson threw out the play.
So it's Dickerson's first.
Coach Rucker really rolling a lot of players in here early in this first quarter, Trev.
Treynor's going to make some substitutions. Looks like Tams and Dickerson will check out.
Young's back in the lineup.
So Alan Young is back in. They've also got Garrett Lutt out there. And an offensive foul, they'll say, I think an illegal screen on Underwood. It's on Seidler.
Yeah, he stuck that knee out to kind of prohibit the defender kind of going around. That's all it takes. Officials are told to look for that because it is an advantage. So it ends up being a possession foul turnover in a sense. Treynor with the ball.
Treynor will bring it across with, they wanted to bring it across with Carson Elwood. Instead they'll settle for Ethan Cones. Worked himself into a double team. Got it to Lovely. Lovely now to Elwood. Contested shot is good and one.
Well, that's it. If you can beat the extended press, even in the half court, if you can get a diagonal pass and get an interior, you're going to get something. And that time Elwood, the tough finish, but the and one coming up.
That foul on Larson, his second. Elwood, a junior, 22.2% free throw shooter. We'll see if the jinx works the other way. It does not. Long rebound into the hands of Garrett Lutt.
Garrett Lutt, an accomplished baseball player. I think he's already committed.
Yeah, he's a freshman, and he's going to play at Iowa in the future. 2026 commit. See that a lot in baseball. Here's Seidler, traveled. Tried to thread the needle to Larson, took an extra step.
Well, that bodes well. You look at this conference and these two teams as a whole. There's a lot of veteran leadership, but there's a lot of young guys that are getting some opportunities, which tells you that, boy, what a confidence for the coaching staff to put those guys in here.
Max Tarks comes in now for Underwood. 2 minutes left here in the quarter. 10-6 Treynor on top.
That's a name you know pretty well from the Treynor area, right?
Absolutely, and from the Underwood area as well. Here's Lovely. Gives to Young. Young on the right side will go back out top. Lovely. Lovely goes left side. Young down to 12 left on the shot clock. Cones off a screen. Had to look for a moment. Ravlin was quick to follow. Now they go to Elwood. Down under 10. Down to 5. Elwood just goes to the cup and lays it in.
Well, Garrett Lutt a little bit late coming over to stop the lane, but Elwood with a nice finish. He's got 4 quick points.
He's got the last 4 for Treynor. It's 12-6 advantage Cardinals. 1:20 left here in the first quarter. Lutt gives Seidler left side. Seidler driving in. 2 defenders collapse. 3 defenders collapse, and it's the third one that gets called for the foul. Ethan Cones.
That ball was just tantalizing and laying out there, Trevin, that slap across. And if you don't get it clean, it's pretty much almost an automatic official foul, right?
Yeah, Treynor able to sub out again. Looks like Elwood and Lovely will come out. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. 12-6 advantage Treynor. With it out top is Lutt. Gives to Ravlin, that being Josh Ravlin. Now Seidler to Lutt. Right back to it is Boothby. Haven't said his name much tonight. It's under a minute left in the quarter. Ravlin with it on the left side, going left to right, trying to work on Tams. He'll feed inside Tarks. Tarks trying to get big on Dickerson. Dickerson with a swat.
6'8" being 6'8". Dickerson waited till Tarks, as you mentioned, turned and had an angle, but Dickerson banged it off the Eagles wall protector right there.
Stays with Treynor on the inbound. They go Lutt. Lutt drove in. Kick out Tarks. Tarks will stop and shoot a 3. It's left short. Alan Young with the rebound for Treynor. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Nearly poked away from behind. Now it's on the floor. Lutt got to it for a moment. Jump ball. Arrow goes to Underwood.
Interesting, too. Just notice this. In the first game, the Underwood girls were on the left side of the scorer's bench. The Underwood boys on the right.
Yeah, they flipped them.
They did. So second half will put them down here. But Underwood girls had such a good finish on the other end of the court, didn't they?
I'm sure there's probably some.
They just maybe feel kind of that's the way they want it. But
thought behind that for Coach Brad Bloom's squad. Boothby will bring it up under 30 left here in the quarter. Stands with it on the logo. They might play for the final shot of the quarter. Shot clock turned off. Seidler with it left side. Gives Tarks top of the key. Fake the handoff to Boothby. Now he wants to give it to Boothby. Down to 15 left in the quarter. They will play for the final shot.
Isolation. Carson Elwood's kind of on an island right here.
They give to Lutt. Pass clears for Lutt. He gets picked up. Down to 5. Contested 3. Boothby. No good. Rebound by Cones. Cones will launch a half-court shot at the horn that I don't think would have counted if it went. And that is how the frame ends. So Treynor holds on to a 12-6 lead as we go to the second here on KMA 960.
There's two things we can control every morning when we wake up. All right, those two things don't take any athletic ability. It's attitude and effort. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
We go to the second here in Underwood. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you down the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com, as well as KMA 960. We start the second, 12-6, Treynor leading Underwood in this boys basketball contest. It is Treynor basketball. They will bring it across with Ethan Cones. Gets a high screen from Elwood. Now Elwood with a touch on the right side. Gives far right side Tams. Swings in the lane. Dickerson, the 6'8 big man, just goes off the glass and gets it to go.
Well, he gets the ball about 4 feet. He's able to just do a half drop step in the 6'8 frame. Really nothing that Underwood Eagles could do. The defensive coming from the weak side a little bit late. Dickerson gets Cardinals on the board early in the second quarter.
14-6, Van Fossen almost traveled. Dumped it off to Lutt. Now Boothby with the head fake will drive in. Gets picked up by Elwood. Contested shot Boothby. That was a tough one. Lutt gets the rebound, though, for Underwood. Van Fossen, who's been quiet so far, nice step through and gets the roll.
Well, Dickerson was kind of shielded, so Van Fossen had a good angle, but nice job by Jake to kind of finish at the rim. That's a big basket right there as Treynor was starting to get a little traction here in the second quarter.
14-8 advantage Treynor. Elwood driving in. Contested shot. They let him play through.
I think that was blocked by number
Luke
23.
Justin is the man who got the block. Big man for the Eagles. Comes up with that one. And then a travel underneath on Underwood. I think it's on Alex Ravlin and turns it over.
I think he was trying to get that angle, as you mentioned, just a little bit off balance. So another empty possession for the Eagles.
Treynor will bring it back across. Ethan Cones, standout golfer for them, will bring it across half court, being guarded by Alex Ravlin. Cones goes to Elwood, who got some separation for a moment. He'll swing it in. Dickerson, turnaround, shot no good. Rebound by Van Fossen. A loose ball on the floor, and a travel, Justin.
It was just kind of an awkward play all along there. And again, Underwood just kind of having kind of a little out of sync, out of rhythm, Trev. So maybe that lay off a little bit has a little bit of lingering effects.
So Treynor will bring it up.
Of course, if it's anything like the girls' game, you don't have to wait till the end of the last 3 minutes before all the action kicks in, right?
No kidding. Here's Cones, went behind the back, gets a screen, and gets it to go. And Ethan Cones.
Well, shielded by Dickerson, kind of created a lane for him, but Cones, nice navigation in the lane. 8-point lead right now for the Treynor Cardinals.
16-8 advantage Treynor. Here's Van Fossen with it. Gives to Lutt. He'll go back to Van Fossen. Van Fossen tried to work the shoulder. Shot no good. Justin tracks down the rebound. But then a jump ball arrow will stay with Underwood.
I think that might have been deflected by Ethan Dickerson just enough. Or if nothing else, it was surely altered.
We'll see substitutions for Underwood. Looks like Garrett Lutt will come out. Josh Ravlin is back into the game. 5:45 left in the half. Off a screen, Ravlin had the right idea for a three, but there's a foul.
Illegal screen, I think. But I think that was on number 23. Kept moving Trevor as the shooter was getting ready to position, so another empty possession, and it ends up being, in a sense, a turnover on the offensive foul.
Here's Elwood swinging it in. Dickerson. Two defenders on him. Dickerson with the hook gets it to go. He's got 6.
Well, he's just a little bit stronger right there than Luke Justin, and so couldn't get it, but nice job by Dickerson. He's the guy that everything's kind of going through right now, Trev.
18-8. Treynor has grown this lead up. Van Fossen trying to spin around Young. Tough shot. Justin, another rebound. Can't get it to go. Fighting for another board. He's got it. And then Tams had it for a moment. Thrown away off Boothby. Guess who got it back? Justin gets what I'm going to call 3 boards there. 3, Ravlin. No good. And then Justin, I think, gets called for the foul.
Now hit the cable, Trev, on the backside. So good hustle by both squads. Playing, you didn't hear a whistle, so you keep playing. But the shot from the perimeter, a little bit long, kicked off the cable. Treynor now continues to play good defense, and now a chance to expand on this 10-point lead.
Owen Larson comes in. Luke Justin checks out for Underwood. Under 5 left here in the half. Elwood with it for Treynor. Gives to Cones. Cones, contested shot, no good. Got his rebound. Dickerson attacking from the free throw line. Gives it to Elwood. Elwood will go back to Dickerson. Now Cones will pop a 3. No good. Long rebound into the hands of Josh Ravlin. And Ravlin will bring it up and across for Underwood. In the lane to Van Fossen. Right back to Boothby, a 3. It is not there. It hit the cable. It still almost went in after it hit the cable.
That's the third one we've seen tonight. You saw one in the girls' game and 2 in the boys' game.
We've seen 2 in like the last 2 minutes here. Luke Seidler in now for Underwood.
Might readjust the cables then, because that's it is right in the way of a little bit high rebound right there.
Luke Seidler is in for Underwood. They'll bring Ravlin out. In the lane, Dickerson trying to get big. Lost his dribble for a moment, looking for something. He's got to do something. Turnaround shot left short. Didn't have good balance on that one. Mason Boothby comes up with the rebound for Underwood. Under 4 left. He was going to get a
5-second call. I think that was the right move by Dickerson. Just kind of put a shot up and take your chances.
Had to shoot your shot, as they say. Here's Ravlin with it out top. Gives to Boothby. Boothby in the lane to Van Fossen. Van Fossen trying to back up Young. Dips the shoulder, goes lefty, and draws the foul.
Good work by Van Fossen. One extra step right there. The pump fake got Dickerson off the floor a little bit, and I think he got the foul.
I think Jack Van Fossen is maybe one of the more underrated players in KMA land.
Well, he's just the guy that kind of quietly goes about his business, but you probably look at the end of the night and you go, he's got all these numbers. He's got rebounds, steals, assists, points, and just a lot of stuff that don't show up on the stat sheet as well.
Foul, by the way, on Ethan Dickerson, his second, Treynor's third. Van Fossen converts the old school three-point play. He's got 5. Underwood will bring Ravlin back in.
And now, Trevor, Coach Rucker is going to have to take out Dickerson. So you lose that 6'8" rim protector if you're the Cardinals. So now if you're Coach Brad Bloom, maybe you start pounding the ball back inside.
With it right now is Lovely. Lovely on the left side. Got a screen. Gives it to Elwood. He'll go Young. Tams with some nice handles. Driving in. Gets picked up by 3 defenders. Just dipped the shoulder. Put a shot up. No good. Loose ball on the floor. Thien got to it. And then a timeout wisely taken by Coach Scott Rucker. We'll take one with them. 18-11 Treynor on KMA 16. Welcome back to Underwood here on KMA 960. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you here tonight on KMA 960 and at KMAland.com. We've got Danny helping us run the video, always does a fantastic job.
Steady hands, Mr.
I've noticed he is the best scoreboard runner in terms of video stream that I have seen so far, including myself. I'm awful at it. Danny really puts me to shame with that. Treynor basketball out of the timeout. They get it to Corbin Thien. Now Alec Lovely with it. Alan Young will pull it out to the right side, and they'll go far corner Elwood. Elwood poked away from behind by Boothby. It'll be out of bounds, though, last touch by Underwood.
Good hands by Boothby because Elwood looked like he had a free path to the lane to the basket right there.
Treynor will bring Ethan Combs in.
15 on the shot clock, so still plenty of time in this possession for the Cardinals to get something working here.
They'll inbound it to Treynor with Lovely. He goes out top to Thien. Thien fakes the give to Cones, now gives it to Cones. Cones finds an open Young. Young contested J over Van Fossen is there.
Nice job by Alan Young to keep moving without the ball, and his defender left him to help in the lane. He's the recipient of that pass and gets a nice basket.
Trainor's lead up to 9 at 20-11. Grablin goes behind the back to the hoop. No good. Van Fossen gets swatted away by Thien on the putback. Treynor always seems to have height, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, Thien, about 6'4", 6'5". Of course, Dickerson, 6'8". John
Schwarty was one of them.
Years ago.
Van Fossen, nice step through, and
I think it's going to be a foul on the floor. Yep.
I was really scared for a moment that they were going to call a travel there.
Or the long NBA and one, right?
Yeah. 2:21 left here in the first half. 20-11. Treynor holding on to a lead. Ravlin trying to work off a screen on the inbound. Catches it left side. Now goes to Alex Ravlin, and he puts up a contested shot. That was a beauty from Alex Ravlin.
Good defense by Alec Lovely, but just a better shot by Ravlin, as you mentioned.
Would you believe me if I told you the quarterback had a nice touch on that one? 20-13.
I believe.
Tams off a screen. Jumper, free throw line is money from him.
Yeah, he's the guy right now with Dickerson out. I think he's got to be kind of the guy that's going to kind of maybe put the ball in his hands and create some opportunities offensive, just like he did there.
Tams with 5. Back up to a 9-point Treynor lead. Seidler driving in. Contested shot is good. Nice shot by Luke Seidler.
Again, without Dickerson in there, you can attack the rim, and he's ready to check back in. So Coach Rucker feels like, this last minute and a half, want my guy in there to protect the rim.
1:35 left in the half. Lovely with it out near half court. Ravlin playing lockdown D on him, and Coach Rucker going to burn a timeout. 1:32 left here in the first half on KMA 960. Treynor basketball out of the timeout. Here's a 3. Ethan Combs is good.
That was all predicated by the ball entry pass to Dickerson, the collapse down, the open shot. Nice possession out of the timeout.
Combs from downtown makes this a 10-point Treynor lead. Ravlin a little hesitant with the look he had from 3. Will give to Seidler. Minute 10 left in the half. Seidler driving in, gets picked up by Combs, trying to work the shoulders around him. Got too fancy with the footwork, and it's a travel.
He changed pivot foots right there, Trev, but again, good defense by the Treynor Cardinals.
1:06 left here in the half. It's just kind of hovered around like a 6 to 10-point Treynor lead. Cones with it out top, being guarded by Alex Ravlin. Gets a high screen. Now Dickerson, who's back into the game, cuts. They play through the contact. Larson gets called for the foul. They'll say it's on the floor.
It is the 7th team foul, though, so will be free throws coming up for Ethan Dickerson. So he won't get the shooting foul, too. He'll have to earn it one at a time here.
So Dickerson going to the charity stripe.
That's the 3rd foul on Owen Larson, too, so that's big because Coach Bloom loves to have him in that post-defensive area.
So Dickerson with the 1-and-1. Misses the first one, so he doesn't get a second one. Luke Seidler gets a rebound. 50 seconds left in the half. Ravlin with it left side, that being Alex Ravlin. He'll work left to right, so dribbling off his foot for a moment, being guarded by Lovely. Gives it inside Van Fossen. Nice ball fake. Van Fossen blocked away, though, by Dickerson.
Well, that's big because Dickerson's got 2. That potentially could have been foul number 3, but he just got on top of that and swatted Van Fossen's ball out of bounds.
Stays with Underwood on the ML go. Van Fossen out to Alex Ravlin off a screen. Boothby beats his defender. Long to left it short. And Alec Lovely gets the rebound, but then it's stolen away by Ravlin.
Ravlin had an easy putback. Could have been a gift right there. They come away empty-handed.
Shot clock turned off for Treynor. 25 seconds left here in the half. Cones being guarded by Ravlin out top. Gives it to Elwood. Down to 12 left in the half, and it looks like Treynor will play for one shot here. Lovely gets a high screen, now goes to Elwood. Elwood driving on the baseline, underhand layup is good from him. 27-15, the final seconds of the half. Here's Boothby, long 3, no good. And Treynor ends the half with the last 5, and they go up 27-15 as we go to the break here on KMA 960 Shenandoah. We're back in a little bit with halftime coverage.
Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Pierce Communications in Southwest Iowa is putting their full support behind the student athletes in tonight's broadcast. The local family-owned business provides complete solutions to your telecommunication needs. With competitive pricing, their team of technicians pay attention to every detail to ensure and provide high-quality workmanship. With fast availability, you can expect immediate computer service in case of emergency. Contact Pierce Communications, your Southwest Iowa security and telecommunications experts at 712-388-6260 and ask about their VoIP cloud offerings. Pierce Communications, business systems are their business.
We're at the half here in Underwood tonight in our Western Iowa Conference boys basketball battle. Trevor Matter, Brian Bertini with you in this one, 27-15. Treynor leading Underwood as we go to the break. And Brian Bertini, it seems like every time Underwood gets a little bit of a run going and they cut it to 5 or they cut it to 6, what does Treynor do? They get a bucket or two and grow this back up to a 10-point lead.
Yeah, their defense has been pretty stout tonight. They've really made it tough. They've just made it tough navigating for the Underwood. They want to attack the rim, but Ethan Dickerson has just really kind of affected lots of little things. I think Coach Brad Bloom needs some offensive production from the perimeter, Trev, to kind of open up some opportunities to get inside. They got guys that can take the one, but right now, the Treynor Cardinals defense is just exactly what Scott Rucker would like, up 12 here at the break.
And they have done so about as balanced as you can be. How about this? They've got 6 points from 2 different players and then 5 from 2 other players, those being Carson Elwood and Ethan Dickerson with 6 points apiece. Ethan Combs, Chase Tams with 5 on their own. Underwood, I mean, they're being balanced as well. Their pace right now looks like 5 points from Jack Van Fossen leading the way for the Eagles.
Well, and Trevor, I think the thing is, too, Coach Brad Blum knows that you need to get some traction and get some momentum early in the third quarter. Otherwise, you're going to have to extend the court. And Treynor's got guys that can take you one-on-one. Jace Tams, Alan Young, and those guys that can, and Ethan Kuntz can really spread the floor. And, you want to stay close, but we saw the Underwood girls not panic in the first game, and they were down 12 at halftime as well.
And then down 15, right out of the chute to start the second half.
Foul trouble changed that, and they were able to take advantage of it. So, Coach Bloom's going to talk to his guys. We're not panicking. They're a veteran squad. They're not going to get any kind of rush decisions here, but you need to get some traction early in the third quarter and kind of get some momentum, because then your intensity and then your defense can kind of pick up again. But I think we're in for a great second half here.
Halftime here in Underwood. We'll be back with the second half here in a little bit. It's on KMA 960 Shenandoah. All right, we're going to begin the second half here in Underwood. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you here tonight on the KMAX3 Man on KMA 960. It is 27-15. Treynor leading Underwood as we start this third quarter. Treynor's kind of held on to like a 6 to 10 point lead throughout most of the game. Underwood will go with Josh Ravlin, Alex Ravlin, Mason Boothby, Owen Larson, Jack Van Fossen. So starters on the floor for Underwood. Treynor will go Jace Tams, Carson Elwood, Ethan Combs, Ethan Dickerson, and Alan Young. So same situation for Treynor there, and they'll have the basketball to start this second half.
Well, Treynor's looking to see if they can add to this 12-point lead. Underwood wants a stop and a score and start chipping away.
Young feeds Dickerson down low. He got Larson to leave his feet. Dangerous foul there. It was on the floor, but that's one that you always hold your breath when it happens.
Fourth on Larson, I think, too, Trev. So we saw how it foul troubled. Again, foul. We saw Clara Teaglin in the first half of the Treynor Cardinals pick up 45 seconds in. Owen Larson, who's a pretty vital part of Brad Bloom's defense on the interior.
Let's say offensively, probably not somebody that's going to wow you with what he does, but he's been all over the place defensively tonight.
And he matches up fairly well with Ethan Dickerson, size-wise, and now you lose that guy. And fortunately, Underwood can't afford to fall too far behind here.
Dickerson gets the first and the second. He's got a team-high 8 points now, 29-15. Treynor leading Underwood. 7:45 left here in the third quarter. Just started the second half. Boothby picked up his dribble without really having anywhere to go to it. Gives it to Ravlin, though. Ravlin will swing in the lane. Van Fossen trying to get big. Dips the shoulder. Works around Dickerson, but again, Dickerson contests the shot, gets the rebound.
Van Fossen did everything right. Just didn't get the angle, but Dickerson just made enough difficult to change it. Couldn't finish.
He'll go in the lane, and guess what? Dickerson gets a bucket. He's got 10 on the night.
Well, you're calling his name a lot on both ends of the floor, Trev.
31-15. First four of the half have gone to the Cardinals.
He's at 10 points, so he's probably closing on a double-digit rebounds, isn't he?
Here's Ravlin with it left side. I'll be able to tell you in just a second. Loose ball on the floor. Gets it to Alex Ravlin. Will work along the baseline. Pass back out Boothby. Got him just 3 rebounds so far tonight, and he won't get a fourth there as Van Fossen lays it in. A quick timeout taken by Brad Bloom. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 31-17 Treynor here on KMA 960. Treynor brings it across half court coming out of a timeout. Here's a step back three that is in and out. No, it is good from Jace Tams. It rattled out and then goes in. Tams has 8 now, and it's 34-17. Treynor has grown this lead. It was 12 at the break, now it's 17. In the lane, Van Fossen dips the shoulder and is fouled by Dickerson. That's his 4th.
Pretty good defense right there by Dickerson. Just a little upper hesitation by Van Fossen. 3rd on Dickerson, excuse me, Trev.
Okay, 3rd on Dickerson. He'll go to the line. Van Fossen will go to the line now.
That is going to prompt a move, though, by Coach Scott Rucker for Treynor. Want to preserve the big guy because there's still a lot of basketball left. And we saw how fast 14
minutes left. Corbin Thien comes in. Dickerson will go out. Van Fossen knocked down the first. He's got 8 points tonight. Can he make it 9? He cannot. Left it short. Rebound by Corbin Thien. Cones brings it across. Swing right side. Tams hot hand. Not there. His rebound is by Van Fossen.
Well, if you're the Underwood Eagles, this is the time you want to make your move and maybe go right back to Van Fossen on the inside.
Seidler gives to Ravlin, almost stolen away by Cones out top. Ravlin will just carry it to the cup and lay it in. Alex Ravlin with 6 tonight.
Again, without Ethan Dickerson to rim protect, Trevor, there's a little bit more opportunities to drive to the basket.
34-20. Last 3 have gone to the Eagles. Elwood back into the game for Treynor. Gets it on a touch. Left side, drives in, got by his man. Knifes to the hoop, no good. Rebound and putback, though, is good from Allen Young. He's now got 7.
Nice job by Young to track that, find that rebound, and not come back to the floor, just go right back up, get the putback and in.
Seidler with it left side. Crossed over, gave to Ravlin. Ravlin will feed Van Fossen on a high post touch. Van Fossen, kick out, right side 3. Ravlin in off the iron, no good. Long rebound, though. Van Fossen goes hard to the hoop, lost it on the floor. Boothby gets it back to Seidler. Seidler will kick out Ravlin. Ravlin working on Cones. So we'll go to Josh Ravlin. Thought about the step back. Now he goes to Alex Ravlin along the baseline. Ravlin trying to make an extra pass and it's stolen away by Young. They'll go Cones left side. Open 3. Good 3 from Ethan Cones.
Oh, there's your transition 3. Cones had nobody in front of him. Got his feet set. Nice pass by Young.
He's now got 8. That's 4 different Cardinals with at least 7 points. It's a 39-20 lead. We get a foul quickly down the floor on Treynor.
I think that might be on Jace Tams right there. Again, Van Fossen, Uli attacking the rim. Had a little bit of an angle right there. Couldn't get the basket, but free throws coming up.
So free throws for Luke Seidler. That foul on Thien, his second. Seidler buries the first one. Underwood will bring Garrett Lutt and Max Hartz into the game. Looks like Alex Ravlin and Mason Boothby will get a little bit of a breather. Again, Owen Larson, one of the starters for Underwood. He's on the bench with 4 fouls. It's out so far the entire second half. Seidler gets the second one to roll, and it's 39-22.
Well, again, somewhat striking distance, but they need to get some traction here. They can't keep kind of just trading baskets.
We'll go in the lane to Thien, and he draws the foul on the floor. Foul is on Max Tarks. His first, and free throws coming for Corbin Thien. So Thien with the first one is no good.
If you're Coach Brad Bloom here looking at this, 4 minutes to go and change third quarter, you'd like to get this down to about 11 or 10 at least, wouldn't you, Trev, to go into that fourth quarter?
Thien's next one, good, and it's a 40-22 Treynor edge. 4.5 left here in the third. Here's Lutt with it out top. Off a screen, Ravlin will hand off to Lutt on the right wing. He gives back to Seidler. Seidler will hand off Ravlin. Ravlin, step back tray. Off the iron, no good. Rebound tipped around. Tams comes up with it for Treynor. And Treynor quickly the other way. Cones, Tams. Picked up defensively by Ravlin. Will give to Thien. Now back to Cones. He'll go right side Elwood. Fakes the pass. Now he'll give right side Young in the right corner. 15 on the shot clock. Elwood driving in. Gets picked up defensively. Gives off to Cones. Cones down to 8 on the shot clock. Gives back to Elwood. Down to 6. Young on a cut to the hoop. Can't get it to go. And then, Thien went over the back of Van Fossen trying to get the rebound. He'll get called for the foul.
And that's 3 on the other big guy. So Coach Scott Rucker, 3 on Dickerson and 3 on Thien. And he'd love to have at least one of those guys available for a rim protector. And
now Alec Lovely will come in for Treynor. Carson Elwood comes out. 3:38 left here in the third. 40-22. Treynor just continues to grow their lead on Underwood. Lutt with it on the left side, being guarded by Thien. Tried to thread it into Van Fossen. It's off his feet, out of bounds, goes to Treynor.
Tough angle. Van Fossen trying to post off. The ball kind of caught him off guard, went off his foot. So again, Trev, another empty possession for the Underwood Eagles.
3:27 left here in the third. Fun one in the Proud of Iowa Conference tonight. A big one in the Proud of Iowa Conference. Bedford holding on to a 5-point lead over Mount Ayr. Here's Tams with it out top. Gives to Cones. Cones will go right corner. Young. Back out Tams. Ooh, a little indecisive. Ends up giving it to Cones. Cones draws the contact. Misses the shot. Max Tarks gets the rebound. And there's a foul underneath.
Tams kind of was going to shoot, then he realized he was going to be, the closeout was quickly. He got rid of it. Nothing happened there, but again, Treynor with an 18-point lead, Trevor, they'll gladly trade, basket for basket now. And Underwood's got to find a way to put little mini runs together here as we close down and 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Also tied in Malvern. East Mills Sydney a ball game so far through a half. 23-20 advantage East Mills. Here's Ravlin with it out top, being guarded fiercely by Tams. He'll give to Seidler. Seidler tarks along the baseline. Bounce pass back out right wing. Seidler going right to left. Almost stolen away by Lovely. Got a hand on it. Bodies all over the floor. Ravlin got it. Gives to Van Fossen. Van Fossen through 3 defenders. Can't get it to go. Rebound and putback is good.
Van Fossen quick by Jack to get back up off the floor. He went through 3 or 4 black shirts right there. God, that was a well-earned basket.
First player on either side to get to double figures tonight. He's got 10 points. It's a 40-24 Treynor lead with 2:25 left in the third. Cones gets stopped defensively. Gives it to Tams. Right back to Cones on a bounce pass. Top of the key. He'll drive in. Young swings it out. Lovely will swing it in the lane. Elwood trying to back down his defender. Shot blocked by Van Fossen. Elwood got it back, and then a foul on the floor on Underwood. That might be on Van Fossen.
I think that's on Lutt.
And it is on Lutt.
Yeah,
yep, you're right.
Weak side, coming back from the weak side, reached in there, got a little bit too much of the arm. But Elwood, I thought, the first pump fake could have went up and got that basket. He elected to take one more step and move.
Mason Boothby back in for Underwood. In relief of Josh Ravlin. 2:09 left in the third, 40-24 Treynor. They inbound it out to Elwood. Elwood will give to Young. Then they go Tams. Left side, Cones. He'll launch a three. He's not scared to shoot it. Misses it short. Max starts with a long rebound.
I think Coach Rucker wouldn't mind taking 15, 20 seconds off every possession when you're up by 16.
Boothby barking out orders, but it'll be stopped as there's an offensive foul on Underwood, a moving screen.
Max Tarks. Football, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's a pulling guard
lineman,
coming
so
around. Yeah.
Makes sense. Of course, his dad, John, longtime football coach, KMA sports reporter and analyst during football season. Second foul on Tarks. Meanwhile, Treynor brings Ethan Dickerson back into the game. Minute 40 left here in the third. Young finds Dickerson inside. He'll turn around and miss the shot. Seidler gets the rebound. 90 seconds left.
Eagles got to take advantage when Treynor gets some empty possessions and attack the rim.
This game's rhythm, I feel like it's hit a little bit of a lull right now. Here's Van Fossen driving in on Dickerson. Nice block by Dickerson, and then Van Fossen was on the line as he tried to get it back.
So I bet that's the 4th or 5th block by Dickerson for sure, but I don't know how many altered shots he's had, Trev. It's got to be.
He's had at least probably 3 or 4 of those, too.
He's been a huge influence defensively in that paint for the Treynor Cardinals.
Minute 15 to go here in the third. Lovely swings it into Young. Young had the C's part for him. He'll pull up from the free throw line and knock it down. Allen Young with 9.
Good recognition by the senior right there. He just realized nobody around, and he just calmly hits that little 10-foot shot.
42-24 Treynor. Under a minute left now here in the third. Seidler atop of the key tray is off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound, though, by Alex Ravlin. Ravlin kicks out. Lutt, 3. Good from Garrett Lutt.
Nice job by Lutt right there to get ready to shoot the ball with the return pass. Little bit of life here at the end of the quarter for the Eagles.
42-27, 40 seconds left here in the quarter. Elwood wanted to put it in the lane to Dickerson. Poked away by Ravlin. Shot clock turned off for Underwood. They'll bring it across with Ravlin. Gives to Van Fossen. Van Fossen from downtown. Just missed it.
I think Coach Rucker will want to play for the last shot here.
Elwood got the rebound now. Treynor will run it across. Tams just a little out of control. Turns it over.
Oh, he took his eye off the ball. He was going to try to get it to Ethan Dickerson on the post, and just as you mentioned, lost his hand. So missed opportunity for Treynor.
Some late substitutions
for
number
Treynor. 33.
Grant Huey, I believe.
He forgot to check in. He was in an eagerness to get into the game. Now, Underwood Trevor can play for a 2-for-1 here. They'll have the ball, barring a jump ball, to start the quarter. So Coach Reblum would love to see kind of like a 4 or 5 point little run here.
12.7 left here in the quarter. Down 15. Seidler brings it across for Underwood on the right side. Gives to Van Fossen. Down to 5 left. Van Fossen, nice step through, and a shot goes. He's got 12 of the 9. And that is how the quarter ends. There was a steal by Boothby, and his three-point shot at the horn wouldn't have counted anyway, but it's no good. And it's 42-29. Treynor holding on to a lead as we go to the fourth. They're on KMA 960 Shenandoah.
Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood, when you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa, 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
Drop in to the Do Drop In for fantastic daily food specials. For lunch on Monday, chicken fried steak. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday is a wild card. Thursday, bacon cheeseburger, fries, and chocolate cake. And Friday is a sirloin steak sandwich. And for supper specials, on Thursday it's roasted chicken and Friday prime rib. Open 11.
Here in Underwood, 42-29 our score. Advantage Treynor here in this Western Iowa Conference boys basketball battle. If Underwood's to grow their win streak to 7 straight, they're going to need to come back very similar to one the girls had in the opener. What a game that was.
Well, Underwood got a little bit of momentum. Trevor, they're right. They got a couple baskets at the end of the third quarter. They got the closeout. They get the start here. You know, you hit a 2 or a 3 here, and all of a sudden, you know, you hit a 3, it goes down to a 10-point game. You feel like you got a chance. It's
Underwood basketball to start the final frame. Mason Boothby with it, gives to Van Fossen. Van Fossen is blocked by Dickerson. That is, by my count, his 4th block of the night. Now Lutt gives Ravelin 3. It's no good.
That would have been a big one. Looked good, too, from our angle.
Would have been a big one if it went. Tam's got the rebound, by the way, for Treynor. Now the Cardinals have it in the lane with Tams. Tams, shot for him, goes. He's got 10.
Well, I had a nice matchup against Josh Ravelin, and Tams got inside that little 8-foot range. Nice basket, and the lead grows now to 15.
Back up to 44-29. Boothby with it out top for Underwood. Eagles have not beat Treynor since 2017. Ravelin a 3, goes.
That's a big answer, Trev, because they've got to stay within somewhat striking distance here. It's now the clock becomes something you're kind of working against you.
44-32. Minute into the fourth quarter. Tams with it, right side, being guarded by Josh Ravelin. Gives it to Young. They'll swing it in the lane. Dickerson. Dickerson working on Van Fossen. Ravelin helps him. Dickerson, turnaround shot, no good. Nice contest there by Underwood's defense. Mason Boothby gets the rebound. Boothby brings it across. It was poked away for a moment. Van Fossen got it back to Ravelin. Ravelin will attack. It's blocked by Dickerson. Out of bounds, so last touch by Treynor.
Ethan Dickerson has had his hand in lots of little different things. That time, literally had his hand on the block.
5 blocks for him tonight by my count. And we get a timeout taken by Treynor. We'll take one with him. 44-32. 6:24 left in this one here in KMA 960. Underwood basketball out of the timeout. 6:24 left. They're down 12. 44-32 to Treynor. On the inbound, Underwood goes to Van Fossen down low. Van Fossen gets the roll, and he's got 14 on the night.
Well, he did a nice job changing right to left hand. A nice finish. So, again, they've got it within striking distance, Trev, within 10.
Treynor think might slow things down a little bit. I mean, shot clock makes it hard to completely slow it down, but here's Tams, mid-range jumper, no good. Dickerson got the rebound, put it on the floor, blocked by, they call a foul on Van Fossen. Well, it looked like it might be a clean block.
It was a little unfortunate that Underwood couldn't secure that loose ball on that rebound, and it went to the hands of Ethan Dickerson, and he gets a third foul on Van Fossen, but Dickerson's going to have to earn these points at the free throw line.
Dickerson, not a great free throw shooter, misses the first one.
Now
still a 10-point game.
Get this on the miss, Trev, and you get down here, you can maybe get this to under 10. The ball, it just feels like a huge win for the Eagles.
Dickerson misses the second one. Van Fossen with the rebound. Boothby up the floor to Lutt. Left side, Ravlin. A three here would really turn the momentum. Ravlin drive it in. Underhand scoop. Contested shot, Dickerson.
I think he got a piece of that one.
Young gets the rebound out of that. I'm going to give Dickerson a block on that one. 10-point game, 5:40 left. In the lane, Tams. Three defenders crash. Tams threw it away, and then contact between Cones and Boothby. And they're going to say out of bounds off of Boothby.
Well, I think he thought he might have got fouled on that, but I think it was kind of a clean tap away, and he just tried to tip it ahead of him, but it went off his hands and out of bounds. So another maybe a missed opportunity. Could have been a run-out layup. Ends up nothing. Ball back in the hand of the Cardinals.
5:25 to go in this one. Tams being guarded by Ravlin. Deep three, Tams. That was a heat check that wasn't there, and it's a turnover back to Treynor.
Yeah, and it's not the shot I think Coach Rucker would like right there.
5:20 to go in this one. Underwood is trailed by as many as 18.
Points at a premium here in this game, isn't it, Trev?
Very much so. Lutt with it left side, gives it to Alex Ravlin. Top of the key. Now here's Josh Ravlin being guarded by Tams. Goes inside Ravlin, swings it out Lutt. Long two, there.
Nice job by Garrett Lutt to get ready to shoot. He's got 5 points, a 3 and a 2, and the freshman making his mark here.
Down to an 8-point margin, 44-36, 4:50 to go. Cones on a cut to the hoop. Young, it's no good. A nice look for a moment. Jack Van Fossen with the rebound. Here comes Underwood. Boothby to the hoop. Step on his defender. Blocked by Dickerson. Smacked out of bounds by Cones. It'll stay with Underwood.
That's 7 blocks for Dickerson.
That's what I've got him for.
So he's going to do maybe a double-double the hard way. Usually it's points, rebounds, but Dickerson working on the rebound.
Inbound to Lutt. Goes right to Boothby. Back out. Ravlin. A little indecisive. Kick out. Lutt three. No good. Nothing but Evan out the good kind. Lutt tried to chase down the rebound, and it steps out of bounds.
That would have been a huge basket for Garrett Lutt right there. That would have pulled him within 5, but Treynor had a miscommunication. They left him wide open on that.
Might have been too open, was Garrett Lutt. Yeah. There is such thing as that, I believe.
You think too much instead of just shoot.
Cones brings it across for Treynor. 4:20 to go in this one. Cardinals by 8. They'll go in the lane. Dickerson. Bounce pass to Young. Young through the contact, puts it up and in. He's got 11 on the night.
He's been a quiet 11, though, hasn't he?
Yeah. Treynor's now got 3 in double figures. 11 from Young, 10 from Dickerson and Tams. Here's Van Fossen. Will swing left side. Boothby, 3. It'd be a big one if it goes, but it doesn't.
Good look. It looked good on the mark. Just a tad long, but another empty possession and a one and done. Here come the Cardinals. Back up to double-digit lead.
Cones to Young. Top of the key in the lane. Elwood got behind the defense. Missed the shot, but he's fouled. And Carson Elwood's got free throws coming his way.
They run that double baseline pick right there, and looked like Josh Ravlin couldn't get through the double pick on there, and Garrett Lutt come over and picks up the foul. But nice cut and recognition by Elwood.
How many times over the years, Brian, have we seen a Treynor team where it's, you don't have one guy explode for 30 points. It's, one guy with 11, one guy with 10, one guy with 9. That's what we're seeing here tonight from Treynor as Carson Elwood hits that 3.
Share the wealth, and
Elwood misses the second one.
Dickerson just went over the top of Van Fossen, and I think Van Fossen's the guy. He hasn't come out yet. Just didn't have the spring to go back up and challenge that.
Dickerson now up to 12, and it's a 13-point Treynor lead. They've scored the last 5 after Underwood got it down to 8. Boothby, kick out Van Fossen. He'll drive in through the traffic, gets the shot to roll, and he's got 16 on the night.
I don't know how he navigated through that to get the finish, but 3:15, you still got a chance, Trev, but you're going to have to get stops and scores if you're Underwood.
11-point deficit. I think back, a moment. If Lutt hits that 3, it's a 5-point game. Here's Dickerson, almost lost it, gets it back.
Well, then you can change. Then you can change the way you play a little bit too.
Tams wanted to go to the hoop, and there was a foul away from the basketball on Ravel, and it's going to set up a 1-and-1 for Jace Tams.
Of all the guys on the floor, that's probably the most consistent free throw shooter you got. He's the most comfortable. The line.
So Tams the 1-and-1. He is a 75% free throw shooter. And I can't tell you, of their starters, that is the best. It's a Treynor team that shoots just 58% from the charity stripe. Tams can't get it to go, rattled it out. Rebound by Van Fossen.
Well, Underwood needs a basket in the worst way right here as we under 3 minutes.
And Coach Bloom will call a timeout. See what they draw up here. 2:51 left, 49-38. Treynor on KMA 960. .251 left here in Underwood, 49-38. Treynor leading this Western Iowa Conference boys basketball battle. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. And Brian, we touched on the first half, and I'll say it again. It feels like every time Underwood's been able to get on a little bit of run, get down to 5 or 6, Treynor's grown the lead up, and that's exactly what they've done in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and again, low-scoring game like this, points and premium possessions, important to maximize because of such good defense by both squads. So Treynor, we'll gladly trade baskets. Underwood's got to put 4 or 5 points in a row.
Boothby couldn't get the shot to go there. Dickerson with another rebound.
And now if you're Treynor, you'll take 30 seconds off possession and, shoot 1-and-1s if you get fouled.
Ethan Dickerson, 12 points, 7 blocks, 6 rebounds tonight by my tally. Tams wanted to feed Dickerson, and believe it or not, it was too tall for the 6'8" Ethan Dickerson.
He had 2 points. Well, he took his eye off a little bit, but otherwise he would have added 2 more to his total.
2:20 and rolling left here in this one.
You feel like you need a little bit more sense of urgency here if you're Underwood, don't you?
You'd love a big 3 and then a stop and a bucket here. Van Fossen gets blocked by Dickerson. Ravlin gets the rebound. And then Alex Ravlin gets the bucket, cuts it down to 9.
I would think that Coach Bloom might want to extend his defense here. 9-point deficit.
Josh Ravlin almost got the steal, but we'll say out of bounds. Last touch by Underwood. Stays with Treynor, 1:59 to go. We've got a
shoe tie
whistle, so looks like Ethan Dickerson can tie his shoe. That's very important. Don't want to be playing without your shoe tied.
We saw one girl in the first game lose her shoe.
Yeah,
she picked it up and put it back on.
1:59 left. This one, Treynor's led the entire way. They led by 6 after 1. They led by 12 at the break. Underwood got it down to 6 here in the fourth quarter, but it's back up to a 9-point Treynor lead with under 2 to go. Elwood gives to Young. They'll go in the lane. They want to go to Dickerson. Van Fossen got in front of him, but it's last touched by him.
Looks like Kuntz's pants wasn't quite sharp enough. Van Fossen able to deflect it out of bounds. Still 15 on the shot clock. So Treynor, I think, will whittle this down, see if they can work some more time here and get a good look.
Gives to Elwood. Elwood driving in. He misses the shot short. Rebound by Boothby. Big possession for Underwood here. Get a bucket. You can put some pressure on him. And going to the hoop, Boothby is fouled.
Yeah. Well, that's a win-win right there. You're going to get a chance for some points, Trev, and the clock is stopped.
Yeah, that's, I think, the most important facet of that is you can score with the clock stopped.
Well, and, you make 2. You get it to, not quite 2 possessions, but close enough. And then Coach Bloom has, he's got 3 timeouts, so he's going to, manipulate the clock and can stop it when you need to.
Boothby makes them both, and it's 49-42. I mean, you're still within striking distance, and of course the shot clock helps you as well, but you got to get stops.
And you're still going to get, on a foul, you're still going to put the Cardinals for a 1-on-1, and that's huge, Trevor, because now the Cardinals only have 1 timeout left
Elwood kind of just stopped near half court. Nobody came up, and Coach Rucker burns the timeout. 49-42 our score. We'll keep it here. Like I said, Brian, you're still very much in this if you're Underwood, but you just got to get a stop and get a bucket. It doesn't necessarily even have to be a big shot or a three. Just any sort of points to get this down to 5.
Well, you got two options if you're Coach Bloom right now. You're in the 1-and-1. You could foul right away, Trev, and take your chances, and maximize as many touches and possessions as possible. You run the risk if you play this out, and Treynor, let's say, burns 20 to 25, and let's say they miss and get an offensive rebound, then thing starts over again, and now you're really kind of in a hole. So, me as a coach, I would probably come out and foul right away, and then put them at the line, because no matter what, even if they score, the clock's not moving.
Do you maybe try, within the first 5 seconds?
I'm going to try
and then foul?
Well, I probably initially see if I can put a lot of pressure to maybe deny, because Treynor's only got one timeout, and if they have to burn it to hold possession, then they're out. But once the ball's inbounded, I'm going to foul somebody. As we mentioned, besides Jace Chams, they're not a very good free throw shooting team.
Yeah, they've struggled from the line this season.
Surprised they didn't bring Ethan Dickerson up to kind of be release point.
Underwood showing a man look on the inbound. They get it to Young. They're not fouling right away. 1:25 left. They'll give it to Cones. Cones almost stolen by Rablin. He had a clear path, and they call the foul. Man, Alex Rablin was about to lay that in.
If he gets that clean and it's not a whistle, as you mentioned, that would have been a open court run-out layup. And
would have cut it down to a 5-point game, but instead Ethan Cones, who is a 60.9% free throw shooter, among their starters, the second best at the line. Good side of the average there. Grows it back up to an 8-point lead.
Conley just stepped up. Did Ethan bury that? That's a huge one, because adds your point total, keeps you that distance, and also
Cones can become the 4th different Cardinal in double figures on this one, and he does. It's a 9-point lead at 51-42.
Now, if you're Underwood, you're going to have to look, I think, for a 3 here, because you need points in bunches.
Lutz with it out top, being guarded by Young. They'll swing in the lane. Van Fossen. Van Fossen working on Dickerson. Goes. He's got 18. And a quick timeout taken by Brad Bloom. 51-44. Treynor leading. 1:10 left here on KMA 960. .110 left. Still a 7-point Treynor lead. 51-44. It will be Treynor basketball coming out of the timeout.
I would expect Underwood to probably extend the defense pressure a little bit, try to get a trap in the backcourt. If you don't get something, I think now, Trevor, with just a minute 10, you are going to be forced to kind of foul. You got 2 chances for a 1-on-1 left.
It'd be different if it was a 1-possession game, but I mean, we're talking 3 possessions here.
That's if they miss free throws.
Young gets it to Elwood, who gets it across half court. About 3 seconds to spare. Loose ball on the floor. Elwood and Ravelin fighting for it. It's still on the floor. You got to either call a jump ball or a travel at some point. They call it jump ball. The arrow stays with Treynor.
Well, and Coach Rucker almost called the timeout. That would have been his last one, but so it actually works out better for Treynor. They don't have to burn the timeout, and they hold possession.
57.
Clock will not restart, though, because possession never changed.
57 ticks left. Again, Rablin almost had a steal that could maybe turn into an Underwood bucket, but instead it's still Treynor possession. They'll inbound Elwood to Tams. Rablin was trying to foul. Double team applied by Underwood. And either a 5-second or a timeout taken by Coach Rucker. Had to burn that final one. 52 seconds left. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here.
Well, Trevor, that's huge, because now if you can get good pressure on the inbounds, Treynor has to inbound to throw, otherwise they're going to get a 5-second call.
So, I mean, you're putting a man on the inbound, right?
Yeah, and it's a tough angle. I think it's down, not, in that deep corner over there on the far side. 15 seconds on the shot clock, so Treynor will, in a sense, you could work this down. If you're Coach Scott Rucker, you're telling your guys, I want layups or free throws. I want something going to the rim, or we're going to go to the free throw line. What you don't want is a quick 3 in a possession. If you're Underwood, Treynor, Trev, I think you're going to, if the ball is inbounded, you're going to have to foul because seconds, you're working against the time clock, as you mentioned, 51 seconds. So you got one chance left at a 1-1. You're going to have to kind of roll the dice and hope that he misses the front end. You can get something going the other way.
On one of the Hawkeye 10 conference tonight, Lewis Central holding on to a 4-point lead over Clarinda as they go to the fourth quarter of that one. Meanwhile, here in Underwood tonight, Treynor up by 7. They've got the basketball. 51.7 to go. Alan Young will be the inbounder. Carson Elwood, Ethan Dickerson, Ethan Cones, Jace Tams on the floor for the Cardinals. Young on the inbound. They got to get it in because they don't have any timeouts. He gets it to Elwood. Elwood gets around Ravlin for a moment. Now Underwood's got a foul while Treynor tries to play keep away. 8 on the shot clock. Cones into Dickerson. That'd be who I'd be trying to foul. But Van Fossen can't with 3, but it's deflected, stolen away by Lutt.
So they're going to play it down and hope they miss, but they get the turnover, but they got to score quickly.
Boothby step on his defender over around Dickerson. No good. And the rebound by Dickerson. And now Underwood has to try to foul. We're down under 30 seconds to go. Young gets fouled in the front court, and
it's a smart decision by Alan Young to know he's going to get fouled, but make sure you have it secured in 2 hands. Get the foul, now calmly go to the free throw line.
Again, another shot contested by Ethan Dickerson.
Yes.
I mean, that goes. That's a 5-point game.
Well, and then Coach Bloom has 2 timeouts. He could have burned one to stop the clock.
Instead, Alan Young at the free throw line. He's got 11 on the night, can't make it 12. Rebound.
Still got a chance if you're Eagles, but you got to get a 3.
Here's Ravlin. They're burning a lot of time, down to 15. Ravlin, jump stop, contested shot, no good. Guess who gets the rebound? It's Dickerson, and Underwood might pull it out and let Treynor dribble this out. So that'll do it. A balanced effort from the Cardinals with 4 in double figures. They survive a late scare from Underwood, and Treynor wins it 51-44. Brian Bertini, your thoughts?
Well, again, Treynor just kind of had that ascendancy. Ethan Dickerson really just was the difference maker, offense and defense. As you mentioned, Trevor, balanced effort by several guys wearing the black uniforms of the Treynor Cardinals tonight. Underwood made a push in the run, which you knew they were, but the veteran leadership of the Cardinals held on. They weathered the storm, and they pick up another win as they now go to 6-1 in the conference.
Yeah, they're now 7-3 on the year. They'll be back at it next week. Actually, not even next week, tomorrow. They've got a really interesting one with Grandview Christian.
Yeah,
really good Class 1A team.
4:30 start if you're interested in that.
And then Underwood, they're now 7-3 on the year. Snaps their 6-game win streak. Or 6-2 out here. Snaps their 6-game win streak. They got ICAM Manning in a makeup game on Tuesday. Then they'll play HSTW in a big one right back here Friday on KMA 960. By the way, tonight, Treynor was led by 12 points from Ethan Dickerson, 11 from Alan Young, 10 from Ethan Cones and Jace Tams. Jack Van Fossen led all scores with 18. But Treynor's a winner tonight, 51-44 over Underwood. Full rundown from tonight's games will be available online later on at KMAland.com. You've been listening to high school basketball on KMA 960. For Brian Bertini saying so long from Underwood, I'm Trevor Mader. Thanks for listening, and have a great night.